What's this shit I hear about you riding around with power glide?
He my friend, what's the problem?
Friend?
Yeah, boy, I can't have friends. What's the problem, big man?
The problem is, bitch, you don't get to have nigga friends. You lucky I let you have any motherfucking friends at all. But damn sure ain't gonna have no nigga friends.
Listen, I'll tell you the whole thing. He wanted to give me a ride to the mall, and then after that, he wanted me to come back to his hotel room to talk about his problems he having with his wife. We just friends. What's your problem? Why is you so insecure?
Well, if you hear this shit...
No, nigga, I don't understand a motherfucking word. I don't speak stupid hoe babble.
Bitch, you don't get to have nigga friends. Okay, the only friends you gonna have is bitches. It ain't gonna be no motherfucking riding no J.C. Penney either. No J.C. Penney, no T.J. Maxx, no T.D. Jakes, no Foot Locker, no Kroger's. What's the name of the other place, Wade?
City Trends?
No, yeah, no motherfucking City Trends. Nowhere. If I catch you out with that motherfucker again, I'm gonna leave both y'all where I find you.
Why is you so insecure? A real man wouldn't have a problem.
I'm not a man, motherfucker. I'm a transformer. So fuck out of here.
Get up, big man.
Ow! Ow, goddamn it. Still, nigga. Hold on, goddamn, man. Hold on, man. Nigga, that shit hurt. You want this tattoo or not? Oh, you know what? Never mind. Watch out, dog. Watch out. Hey, Prime, you see my car key? No, nigga. Yeah, I gotta go over here and link up with Amy, man. You know that white girl I been talking to, right? I post a picture of her on Facebook. Nigga, I don't be on fucking Facebook, nigga. Ever since Kim blocked me on there, I don't fuck with no social media. So don't ask me about no fucking Facebook. Hey, calm down, Mario. I was just asking. Anyway, I'm about to go over there now, bro. Hey, you know that storm coming, right? Oh, fuck, man. Hey, where the fuck my car key? Hey, Wade. Hey, one of y'all tell Shirley she had to leave?
Big man called and said new policy at the club, man. No fatties.
Nigga, what?
Don't look at me, man. That week he called me, said don't let no more fatties in the club.
Hold on, man. I call that nigga right now, man. That's some bullshit.
Talk to me.
Megatron, did you tell them niggas to put Shirley out the club?
Yes, nigga. The name of the club is Big Steppers, not Big Fatties. So her and all her plus-size friends need to get the fuck out.
Yo, we like him thick in here, nigga. You got some motherfucking nerve. Especially when Quisha already told her you like it when she bites your nipples and tie a rope around your neck.
Shut the fuck up talking to me about Quisha.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Okay, we're back with Miss Mary Wilson.
Mary is fine.
Mary is the supreme with the most seniority.
Thank you. I'm so happy you said it like that, Don. Usually they say something else.
We're going to give you a close-up view of the Soul Train line, the famed Soul Train line. And before we do, why don't you tell us a little about yourself, Mary? What do you do for kicks?
For kicks, I sing. No, really. I like to do a lot of things. I like to swim. I love to bowl. We play cards quite a bit. I'm not very good at that. Usually Jean beats me. And I wish I could join the Soul Train line. Well, you think I could do that?
Well, if you must, you must.
Really, I think
you can.
Just about everybody knows, you know, my
life.
Do
you really want to join the Soul Train?
Yes, I'd love. I don't know what to do, but I'd love to join.
You want it? You got it. I'm gonna put you in there.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you in there. You don't have to dance with anybody, though, right? Everybody's waving a hand over there. She gonna dance with me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Give me that whistle. Now, you have a beautiful house on one of the hills here, right?
Dance with Don?
That's it.
Dance with Don. That's the new thing. Okay, Don, can I dance with you?
Oh, yeah, you can dance with me. But not on television.
Not on television, huh? Okay.
No.
All right, it's a date.
No, sure, you can dance me any way you like, Mary. You think I could come up that Soul Train line?
Okay, enough. I'm gonna get a copyright for it anyway, so happy Friday. Yeah, happy Friday. Get all my stuff lined up. That together. Definitely gonna pull this. All right. Just Hollywood and sports tonight, y'all. I have no urban effery that I want to go over. I I really don't. So Hollywood and sports. That's it tonight. Oh wait, maybe some autism, and maybe a pit bull or two, but that's about it. That's all you're getting out of me tonight. I got about 100 clips. I'm trying to knock down to 25 if possible. So let me get this all queued up. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Definitely got some observing report to do with these Caucasian folk losing their minds over this movie. I watched it. I'll wait to see how much better it is in the theater. So we got our tickets for tomorrow or Sunday. So my review will be Sunday night after House of Dragon. So if you liked it, that's awesome. That's why I like going to the movies, the theater experience, and seeing things in a different light. But from what I saw, I was not overly impressed. I almost want to say this is probably a mid movie, maybe even a possible L, but I'm going to disregard what I watched earlier these last 2 days and just wait to go to the theater to see if it changes my mind. Okay. This might be one of those one and dones. This might be a Superman 2025. You just watch it one time and be like, okay, I'm cool. Unlike Troy. When Troy's on, I watch Troy. Was Troy perfect? No. A lot of things wrong with Troy, but Troy is a fantastic movie. And when it's on, I watch it. So if you like it, that's all that matters. I will reserve my judgment until Sunday night. So, all right. Yes, Travis Scott is in it. I have no issues with it. He's playing a poet. You know, oh my God, he's rapping. I mean, poetry is rap. I'm like, my God. You know, white folk just, listen, I love how white folk are just losing their minds because they're warring with themselves. Your issue is not with Travis Scott or Lupita or Elliot Page. Your issue is with Christopher Nolan. But you don't want to come out and say it too loudly because he's still one of y'all. That is the crux of this whole issue. They don't agree. They want to call out Christopher Nolan, but they can't. Okay? So I have no issue with it, man. I have no issue with it. Like I said, I'm not here to change anybody's minds. It's what, how I see the movie, how the movie makes me feel, and what I'm seeing and whatever. If you like it, love it, that's all that matters. All I'm saying is what I watched over the last 2 days, this might be one and done for me, man. This might be a one and done, like one of those, I'll never need to see this again. But I could be wrong. I look forward to having my mind change, and I definitely will want to hear my wife's take, because my wife is serious history buff, like old world history. So I'm dying to see what she thinks about it, because she may end up loving it, and I may end up like, So I'll leave it at that. I will leave it at that. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all 3 hours tonight. 3 hours. I'm 3 hours. And we're going to bust down as much as we can in 3 hours. All right? Cool. I got to pull up that Funk Master Flex. He went in again. I tell you, someone gave Flex the green light, man. Somebody said, hey, everybody's off limits. Go get him. That's clearly what's happening with Flex and everybody. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Skip it, do. Oh, then we got a fight next week, or no, next month. Spence and Zoo. Yeah, Spence and Zoo. Okay, so let's go here first. Let's go to Funk Master Flex, firing off round after round after round after round. I'm here for it. Now Flex is no saint. He's no angel. But when he's right. Let's go.
Listen to the things I just said, my man. You don't think nothing's wrong with that? Like, just listen to what I just rattled off, man. For real. Like, no fun and no games. Like, but just listen to...
No, I don't even waste my time with the popcorn buckets. It is never that serious to me. I've never bought a popcorn bucket ever.
Do it in New York City. You just listen to it, man.
Just listen.
And your team. Listen and think. Listen to that. And your team that ain't even from the culture. Charging people that are from the culture. Y'all lucky y'all that didn't die in this city, man. For real? And I got you fired?
Wow.
Nobody got you fired. How about that one?
Okay.
Your show stinked. You was lazy, and you got caught up, and you ain't play the clubs no more because you had money coming in from everywhere else.
Wow.
Don't you ever, you hear me? Mother, don't you ever.
Ever.
And your other man that ain't from the culture, 2 of them, 3 of them. Don't you ever.
Ever.
And that's why I see you guys don't understand, because you're not from the culture and you think it's okay to just grab and be greedy. But if you was from the culture, you would understand what New York hip-hop is about. It's not something you get charged for. It's something we do because we love it. But you felt, and your team, that you should get dollars. You want me to name your bag people?
Uh-oh. Let's go.
Radio Raheem? Renee McClain?
Oh, my God.
You have a current bag person in here right now.
Damn. He knows we're all
What's the young lady's name? There's a girl over there, too. Ooh. Listen, the names I just named, I ain't knocking your hustle, man. I ain't knocking nobody's hustle, man. I'm not knocking nobody's hustle. I got you fired like you got Red Alert fired. You hide, my man. You hide.
Wow.
You hide, man. Never thought that was your energy. You tell people, I'm going to tell you why else you're a liar. You tell people you started the heavy hitters because I didn't let you in my crew. Let's clear that up today. Let me tell you about DJ Threat. Rest in peace. He wanted to be with me first. Call Gabi. Call Gabi. Call him. He'll tell you to your face. Rest in peace to him. Call Gabi and ask him if he wanted to be in the Pit Bulls. And what I told him. I love him. I get it. Love you too. And I know you don't see it. You can't because you can't hear me no more. You don't hear me. You was a snake with the Flip Squad. You came in with Renee McClain, tried to put yourself in front of Big Cap, Bismarck, DJ Scratch, Cypher Sounds, and my whole team. You were a snake. We removed you from the equation of the Flip Squad. Rest in peace to Biz. Frankie Cutlass, you know what I'm talking about. You stand on those interviews. It sounds good. Flex hurt me. You were a snake.
Flex hurt me.
Red Alert put you on. Put me and you on. Same time. You helped, assisted in getting him out of Hot 97 at 5 p.m. You sat in that room with Angie Martinez and snickered and laughed. Conspired with Tracy Clority.
I remember Tracy. Oh, I had maybe 2 encounters with her. I don't know, 20 years ago. She was cool. Listen, I have nothing to say. The people that he's mentioned, I know, I remember. But Tracy Clority, I had 2 encounters with her, and they were cool. I had no issues with Tracy.
Red Alert get fired when his mother died, you piece of... But I got you fired. You hide no more today. I gave you a year. He's my guy. I'm going to leave it alone.
Wow. That is insane. I know it's way more than... It's like 15, 20 minutes, but I'm not going to go through all of it. I mean, listen, clearly he has been given the green light to go at mofos. I can't even be mad at this. I mean, I'm enjoying the crash outs from and people, scrambling to, you know, nasty work. Nasty work. All right, let's keep it going. 3 hours to run through 115 clips or so. We're gonna burn through this shit. Boom, boom, boom. Did I get that one? Nerd. Which one is that one? Hold up. What is this? Okay, that's two times. Okay, let's do that. That's 2 times. Okay. Once again, this is pretty much Hollywood and sports and some music here and there and some World Cup. But I have no urban effery stuff for y'all. Let's go here. Let's go with the Hollywood stuff. So has anyone read this book? Children of Blood and Bone, written by, she's an African chick, I forget her name. A lot of controversy over this. I was not really checking for this story. But then I'm looking at the creator and her reasons for being upset, and I'm like, bitch, you must be new to this. Like, what, you're moving dumb. So, Children of Blood and Bone. Yeah, Tomi Adeyemi. She wrote this series, phenomenal series from what I've heard. People love it. It was adapted into a movie or a series, right? And she kind of went left because they cast Amanda Stenberg. And if you remember her, she was from The Acolyte and all that atrocious, the Acolyte series. Man, that was bad. That was a bad time to be a black woman in Star Wars. If you were a black woman in Star Wars, it was a bad time for y'all. And everybody dumped on black women. Everybody. And rightfully so, because it was that bad. The one witches, the space witches, they were lesbian. And then you had the one black female inquisitor. And then you had Amanda Stenberg. It was bad. And I almost felt like they did that on purpose just to make black women look crazy as hell. But like, this is why we don't need to cast y'all in these space movies anymore, because nobody likes you. It was bad. Super bad. But this Blood and Bone controversy, to me, it's really not a controversy. I think that the author forgets how Hollywood works. They paid you for the works. Now they can do what they want to do with it. And now you're complaining about who they cast. And I admit, Amanda Stenberg is highly problematic. Would I cast her for anything? Hell no. She is extremely toxic. She will, during the Acolyte, she went back, she tried to clap back at the fans, made a horrible diss record to the fans of Star Wars. I'm like, oh no, you ain't never gonna win this battle or this war, So so let's go with her first, because she openly said, hey, she blocked the girl, and I'm just like, you're doing too much, man. This is Hollywood. You're gonna have to get used to working with people you don't like. Okay, so who has videos over this? I don't want to go over these black women's stuff. I'll just read it because I don't really care for anyone else's commentary. All right, so here we go. Author Tomi Adeyemi has publicly distanced herself from the upcoming Children of Blood and Bone film adaptation and declared she will not watch it, revealing she blocked the film star Amanda Stenberg following the behind-the-scenes conflicts. Okay, Stenberg's casting as Princess Amari sparked colorism debates among fans. The rift became public when Adeyemi took to social media to explain her absence from the film's promotional campaign. She shared screenshots of alleged private messages with Stenberg from early 2025, telling the actress in one exchange, "Do not ever use my name in an interview again." Adeyemi stated she made the difficult decision to formally separate her name from the adaptation, which is slated for a January 2027 theatrical release. Now, to be fair, when most movies are released in the first quarter of the new year, they don't have high expectations for these movies. Okay, when projects get released in the first quarter of the new year, there's not a lot of high hope for these projects. It's like, let's see what happens. Okay, now if this was like a December a fourth quarter, October, November, December release, and it's like, oh shit, okay, this is some. Now we're talking. Okay, this is a big deal. Now, before you say Batman 2028, that's President's Day. That's President's Day weekend. Okay, and they pushed it back because apparently he's filming Batman 2 and 3 back to back. So that doesn't count, because I know some of y'all could try to clap back at me and try to give me pushback and always trying to prove me wrong. I'm like, I'm not. It's not about who's right or wrong. I'm just telling you what it is. Most movies that come out in the first quarters of the first year don't do well. Okay. Now I want to go over how much she was paid. Hold on, please don't put her on. Okay, let's do it. Wait. Oh, you're gonna do paywall. You're gonna paywall it. You're gonna paywall it. Okay, cool. We should be good. Okay, hold up. How much did they pay her? How much was Toyi? What's her name again? What the damn woman's name? I just forgot just that quick. I really am bad with this. What is her name? Tomi Adeyemi. Okay, Tomi Adeyemi. How much Tomi Adeyemi paid for her book? Okay, now pay attention. Tomi Adeyemi signed a 7-figure book and movie deal in 2017 for her debut young adult, that's what YA stands for, a fantasy novel, Children of Blood and Bone, and its sequels. Okay. While the exact book only advance was not publicly disclosed, the combined publishing and film rights package was valued at roughly $1 million. Okay. This was back in 2017. That money's gone. That money is gone. That was damn near 10 years ago. And once again, upcoming screen author turned screenwriter. I mean, this is a good deal. But this movie shouldn't have taken 10 years or 9 years to come to the big screen. And we don't know how many sequels. Of course, it's all based on how profitable it is, right? But if she was able to put a guaranteed like release date clause on this, instead of this is just 2026. This thing doesn't come out till next year. So it would have been 10 years since she signed this deal. Money's gone, y'all. Money's gone. Don't know how many sequels, right? Don't know if it's back end money, right? Okay. This was back in 2017. This was a very, 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 very long time ago, y'all. The money is gone. Harvard graduate Tomi Adeyemi reportedly scored $1 million book and movie deal for her young adult trilogy. Okay, so it's a trilogy. So you got $1 million for 3 movies. Okay. Her website confirms that the movie is currently in development with Karen Rosenfeld and Wick Godfrey. They did Twilight, Maze Runner, The Fault in Our Stars, right? This trilogy is being published by Macmillan's Children Publishing Group, while the movie rights were acquired by Fox by Fox 2000. Okay. The first part of the trilogy is titled Children of Blood and Bone. Drawing heavily from Yoruba cosmology, it tells the story of Zélie Adebola and her fight to bring back magic to her homeland called Orisha. Okay. Now, what you're going to hear as a promotional promo campaign rolls out later on in the fourth quarter, you'll see white content creators be like, "Where are the white people?" Right? Where are the white people? And I'm sure there's some white cast members in this movie, but it should be heavily African, just like Black Panther to a certain extent. But you had to put in the white man from the CIA agent to kind of make sure everything runs correctly, right? This is a huge win for African literature. Adeyemi is the third African novelist to land a 7-figure deal in the last couple of years. Cameroonian novelist Mbolo Mbu was the first, followed by Ya Gaisi. author of Homegoing. Apart from the fact that this proves that African women writers are slaying, yeah, they are, they're killing it. It reveals that the global interest in African narrative is expanding beyond our wildest dreams. Okay. It's been barely a week since the news broke of Nnedi Okorafor's Who Fears Death being optioned for a HBO series. Once again, this was a long time ago when this all was the talk. Okay, so let's see. And what has been referred to as a Black Lives Matter inspired fantasy, Adeyemi offers a compelling story with a clear message about race, violence, and injustice. In an interview with Teen Vogue, she says this book wasn't created in a vacuum. We live in a time where men, women, and children of color are being dehumanized and oppressed and unjustly murdered. This fits right on time in this culture war narrative. This is going to highly upset the white guys. Highly. As they should. Though my book is an epic fantasy, it's directly tied to all of that pain. Adeyemi is 23 years old, Nigerian-American writer, creative writing coach. She studied English at Harvard and now lives in San Diego. The heavy influence of Yoruba cosmology comes in part from her study of the Orishas in Brazil. The publication date for Children of Blood and Bone is March 16, 2018. This was a long time ago. That money is gone. Okay. The novel has been described as having the ability to crush you with heart-shattering feels bombs. Okay, Adeyemi sees her novel as a black girl magic anthem, a beautiful story that lies at the intersection of race and girl power, or, as she puts it, a beautiful fantasy that gets information. Think Beyonce and Lemonade. Okay. This is the synopsis for Children of Blood and Bone. Zayli Adebola remembers when the soil of Orisha hummed with magic, burners ignited flames, titers beckoned waves, and Zayli's Reaper mother summoned forth souls. But everything changed the night magic disappeared. Under the orders of a ruthless king, Magi were targeted and killed, leaving Zeli without a mother and her people without hope. Now Zeli has one chance to bring back magic and strike against the monarchy. With the help of a rogue princess, Zeli must outwit and outrun the crown prince, who is hell-bent on eradicating magic for good. Danger lurks in Orisha, where snow leopards prowl and vengeful spirits wait in the waters. Yet the greatest danger may be Zeli herself, as she struggles to control her powers and her growing feelings for the enemy. Okay. I'll bite. Blacks and magic, I'll bite. But once again, this was a long time ago. This was a long, long time ago. So let's go here. That's her. All right, let's go. Tomi Adeyemi, the author of the best-selling, isn't planning to see the forthcoming film adaptation, even though she co-wrote it. Over the weekend, the Nigerian-American author posted a video on TikTok. Well, let's go take a look. Oh, it's not here, but so I'm sure it's on Twitter. Not to worry. Why don't you post about the adaptation of your first film adaptation anymore? There is a reason why I will not post anything about the adaptation of my work. I have not seen the film and I will not watch it. This is a very obtuse, narrow-minded way of thinking. Like, ma'am, this is Hollywood. But, okay. Let's continue. The adaptation in the first installment of Adeyemi's Legacy of Orisha fantasy trilogy is slated to hit theaters in January 2027. Director Gina Prince by the Wood, who wrote and directed Love and Basketball and Helm the Woman King, is directing. This should be good. This should be worth a watch. Matter of fact, let's see what the budget was for this movie. Children of... This should be worth the watch. I want to see a first trailer. Teaser trailer, something. It better be fucking good. Production budget. How much do they spend on this thing? It should be good. So we should get a teaser trailer maybe Halloween. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Oh. Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God. Two things come to mind immediately. Okay? Jesus Christ. Jiminy Cricket. million. Now, first things first, let me say this. I have nothing bad to say about David Ellison. Okay? Sure, he's a white winger. Sure, he's MAGA, whatever. Yeah, he's Trump aligned. Sure. This man done spent $200 million to give you a movie about black women and African spirituality. Now, we haven't seen a trailer yet. I'm more than sure there's some white person that will be integral to the story. Nonetheless, this man greenlit and said it's okay to spend $200 million on a movie about a black girl and using African magic. This movie's going to fail. You spent too much money. And black people they're too sketchy in their support of black cinema. Jesus Christ. This is going to fail. The only question now is how much money will this lose Paramount? Oh my God. Oh my God. $200 million. I don't think y'all understand. Supergirl, $175 million. The Hindenburg, man, it went down in flames. And black people don't come out to watch cinema like that. Don't say Sinners, because a white magazine had to rage bait y'all to go out and go see the damn thing. Once again, don't say Sinners. Don't come in here saying Sinners, because Variety magazine had to say, hey, this movie is way over budget. We think it's going to flop. And y'all got mad and went to go see what the movie was about. And then like a domino effect, when black folk go see something and rave about it, white folk be like, what are the blacks talking about? Let's go see what they're talking about. And that's what happened. Had Variety not rage baited black folk to see Sinners, you don't have this once in a lifetime eye of the storm, lightning in a bottle type of effect with this movie. So please don't come in here with that bullshit. Once again, I have nothing bad to say about David Ellison. He is giving y'all a $200 million movie about a black girl using African magic, directed by a black woman. I don't know what else to tell you. Y'all gonna make it real hard for me to keep riding this Hollywood is racist train. I cannot. I have to get off. I mean, I got off a while ago. Hollywood is going to do its best for Hollywood. Either you're an asset or a liability. That is it. That is all. If black pain and black trauma helps Hollywood make money, well, that's what's going to happen. Now, if black happiness and black joy and black peace made Hollywood money, well, guess what? You get more of it. But that's not the reality we live in. Because y'all tend to consume more black pain and trauma. I'm not here for all that. No more excuses for racism in Hollywood. No more. No more. We got to find another argument. $200 million. That's only reserved for white. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. $200 million. Did y'all even read the book series? Has anyone even heard of Children of Blood and Bone? Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So the call sheet is stacked, man. Don't get me wrong. It's stacked. It's stacked. The cast is stacked. Do not get me wrong. The cast is stacked. You got Amanda Stenberg, Damson Idris. You got Viola Davis, Idris Elba, Cynthia Erivo. All your favorite black Brits, all in one. Now, the other side of this argument is let this bitch fail. The other side of this argument, you got all these black Brits. Okay, let it fail. Black Americans, don't go see this. I'm here to play both sides of the coin. Don't go see this. You claim you're tired of seeing black Brits take roles that you think should be reserved for black Americans. Okay, don't go see this. Don't even bother. Don't waste your time with this. Okay? Fair enough? Let's see. Amanda Stenberg as Princess Amari. Dainton Idris as the conflicted Prince Enon. Viola Davis is playing Mama Agba. Idris Elba is Lacan. And Cynthia Erivo is on board as Admiral Kea. It's rare to see a YA adaptation with this much acting muscle, which suggests Paramount isn't just looking for a teen hit, they're looking for a franchise with staying power. Yeah, this ain't not, you don't spend $200 million on a black anything. That's insane. One of the biggest sighs of relief for fans came with the announcement that Gina Prince by the Wood is directing. After her work on The Old Guard, we know she can handle action. After The Woman King, which I thought was a phenomenal movie, we know she can handle epic, African-inspired world building. Okay. The best part, Tomi Adeyemi didn't just cash her check and walk away. She co-wrote the script, ensuring that the soul of the book, the struggle to bring magic back to a land that's tried to extinguish it. The teaser shows off a world that looks lived in and lush, avoiding the clean CGI look that plagues so many modern blockbusters. All right, January 15th. It's a bold move to drop a massive fantasy epic in the middle of winter, but with an IMAX release confirmed, the studio is betting on the fact that we'll all be desperate to escape the vibrant landscapes of Orisha. Child, it's nice to play with other people's money. The film covers the first book in the trilogy, focusing on Zeli's quest to restore the connection between the people and the gods. Expect high stakes, complicated sibling dynamics, and a whole lot of glowing white hair. This ain't it, man. This ain't it, man. Not $200 million. I don't think y'all understand. I don't think y'all understand. Nasty work. Child. And it's getting international releases. Oh, France, Australia, New Zealand, Slovakia, Germany. Oh, Lord. Oh. Is it dead on the right? 200. That means, let's say, this thing needs to make about... Hold up. This thing needs to make... Yeah, I don't care about y'all's commentary. Okay. Hold up. This thing needs to make... Where's my calculator? Let's say we're not even going to do 2.5. We'll just say 2.0. Yeah? I'm being very conservative. I'm not going to give it the usual 2.5 for marketing production. Let's just do 2.0, okay? This movie needs to make $400 million to break even. This movie will need to make $400 million to break even. This does not have the luxury of a Black Panther. Okay? It doesn't have the luxury of a built-in, well-established character, a beloved character. You're introducing a brand new, never seen before world building with black people and black people using African magic. And I don't know who's all read this book series. $200 million. This thing would need to make 400 to break even. It is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. Holy cow. Look at all the companies involved with this damn thing. Okay? Temple Hill, Sunswept, and Lucasfilm. Principal photography took place in Lagos, running from February to June. How many copies did this book sell? 500,000 copies in the US. Across the entire legacy, or the trilogy, the series, the entire series has surpassed 3 million copies worldwide. Listen, if you like to follow trends, see what them Hunger Game movies are doing. Hunger Games ain't doing as well as they used to be. Hunger Games used to be like the OG of YA novels turned film adaptations. Hunger Games ain't packing them in like that anymore. And that tells me that does not bode well for another YA themed movie with black people in it. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh no. This is not good.
Book that came out in 2018. Children of Blood and Bone is a book that came out in 2018. Okay. It is based on Yoruba folklore, but it's basically a fantasy book. Now, people have been begging and pleading for this New York #1 bestseller to be made into a movie, and now it has been. The writer is a Yoruba author by the name of Tomi, and she actually took to her TikTok yesterday to let us know who the cast was gonna be.
Ooh, who's the cast?
Now, this is it. It is Viola Davis.
Okay.
Damson Idris.
Okay.
Idris Elba.
Okay.
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Okay.
Cynthia Erivo.
Okay.
And a whole cast of non-Nigerians. Now, with Nollywood being where it is, given that they also gave a casting call out in Nigeria saying, hey, come and audition, a lot of the timeline is up in arms saying that, one, the cast are all over 30 and the title is Children of Blood and Bone.
Right.
Two, a lot of people have said it's a missed opportunity. When you look at things like Hunger Games or Harry Potter, there are a lot of young stars that actually started their careers in iconic movies like this. Yeah. And three, and most important.
Okay, you cannot put Harry Potter in this conversation. Harry Potter is so beyond any, description. It is not a YA. Harry Potter is it's a cultural, man, that thing is generational. Man, fuck all that. Harry Potter is generational. Don't even entertain this conversation. Don't even fix your mouth to say. Harry Potter has theme rides at the damn film parks. What are you talking about? Harry Potter is a generational phenomenon. What? No, it has theme rides. Okay, there will be no Children of Blood and Bone theme rides. Okay, let's not do this.
Many people just feel like because there were no actual Nigerians casted, one, the accents are going to be terrible. Two, it's not going to be as authentic. And three, and maybe most importantly, they feel like once again, an opportunity has been snatched from talented Nigerian actors.
Oh, have you heard that argument before? Sound interesting, huh? So Nigerians are mad that black Brits are doing the same thing. You gotta love the irony. Of all this.
What are your thoughts on this?
It's crazy.
Children of Blood.
This is not gonna end well. So she got, let me see. They said she got another deal. Let me see this. Oh, yes. Okay, 2024. Now, it's the same recap. Okay. So this is for the movie rights. Okay, so let's see here. Deadline reported that the battle for film rights was intense as multiple studios, including Universal Amazon and Netflix were fighting to win. However, Paramount's final offer beat the others as it included a 7-figure screenwriting guarantee. Okay, so she got another check. Okay, that's what's up. So they gave her another 7-figure screenwriting guarantee, creative approvals, and a guaranteed theatrical release. Well, we know Netflix doesn't do that. Amazon doesn't really do that either. So your only real competition was Universal. So, oh wait, she got another check. Okay, so she's straight. She's straight, but now she don't like the casting. Okay. Now let's go to Twitter. Yeah, this ain't gonna end well, y'all. 200 million. Oh my fucking God. Yeah. And so no one said, hey, maybe we should knock this budget down. Where can we cut some corners? Like, do we need to spend $200 million? This is our first shot, our first foray, our first entry into black YA, fantasy spaces. Like, do we need to spend $200 million on it? This is insane. And nobody said, hey, what are we doing? $200 million? And black folk are sketchy when it comes to support. Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why? But I definitely don't want to hear no more shit about small hats and Hollywood. I don't want to hear no more of that ever. Man, I said this a couple times. Like, you stop. It's a dead argument. It's old. But Amanda Stenberg is highly problematic. I would have stayed away. She's extremely toxic. Let's go here. I'm going to leave it at this. You're the only people I care about. I have fought for this for 14 years, and if you ever felt like I didn't care about you, it was only because I could not speak to you contractually. Nah, sis, you gotta ride this shit out, man. You can't say stuff like this. You can't. You gotta ride this out. I do not mind anyone going to watch the film. I wrote this for us. I fought for us. I'm just laying down my sword and officially separating my name because I can't keep being hurt and attacked behind the scenes. Saying that you have not watched the movie and do not plan to is all that needs to be said. Unfortunately, very few of your fans know this, so they're going to go support you. You're going to get a check if this is the disingenuous part. Like, bitch, you getting a check for this. This is insane. So are you going to be on the red carpet? Is she going to be on the red carpet? Stenberg recently claimed to have gotten Adeyemi's blessing and has since deleted TikTok, defending her casting choice. I'm sure it's not up here anymore. I'm sure it's gone. Okay. Oh yeah, Wayback Machine does have all this stuff, huh? Where's it at? No, yes, no. Okay, I think it's not. They don't have it either. I'm having trouble playing this video. Please refresh. If she deleted it, man, there's nothing to refresh. Okay, never mind. Let's go. Let's keep going. Okay. This is the cast. That's Gina, the director in the middle. That's her. All right. They're at CinemaCon. Okay. Have all gone on to actively promote the film, appearing at CinemaCon during the Paramount Pictures panel for a first taste of the upcoming project. Adeyemi spoke about her working relationship to Prince by the Wood, calling her the calmest force of nature I've ever witnessed. Collaborating with her has been so much fun. What Gina does so well is tell these deep, complex stories of women who look like us front and center with incredible action set pieces, incredible cinematography. It feels divine. It feels bigger than just making this project. We're really in sync. All final decisions are the directors, and they have always been. If you were told they were mine, you were lied to on purpose. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go see how it turned out at CinemaCon, because this is not up. Okay, let's do this. CinemaCon 2026. Yeah, this is going to be an epic failure. I hate to say that, but it is. It's going to be a failure. $200 million, and around the whole discourse of people saying we're spending too much money on these movies, we need to scale it back. Read the room, people. But once again, I have nothing bad to say about David Ellison. That man cut a check to a black director about a black ass movie with black girls and African magic. I have nothing bad to say. Nothing bad to say. What can I say? What can I say? Is this it? Is this
Here I saw a dappled wonder, brandishing
Pain and suffering. It is time to go.
Ain't no way he ever given up on finding.
This can't be it. This not it. Is this it for real? So this is it. Oh, this is the real trailer. Okay. My bad. Let's go back.
saw a dappled wonder, brandishing
Pain and suffering. It is time to go.
Ain't no way he ever given up on finding.
So guys, finally 2026 much awaited upcoming movie Children of Blood and Bone is going to be releasing. The makers have released some posters and teasers which are looking very interesting. So hello friends, I'm your host Manish and today I'm to talk about the much awaited upcoming movie Children of Blood and Bone of 2026, and keep an eye on the all updates about the story, cast, release and trailer.
I ain't gonna front, it looks good. I mean, this looks, I've seen the set photos. That shit looks good.
Like fantasy drama movies, then this video is going to be very interesting.
million.
So watch this video till and subscribe to our channel. So let's start. Firstly, all the makers of this movie have released some posters and teasers. After seeing these posters, we get to know a lot about this movie. This movie is directed by Gina Prince Bythewood, and this
It looks, you can tell they spent some money on this thing. I'm conflicted, y'all. I'm kind of conflicted. That's a stacked cast, man. It's stacked. It is stacked. But it's not going to be enough. I'm sorry. It is not going to be enough. This ain't gonna be enough, man. No. This ain't gonna be enough. Once again, people, I need y'all to wrap y'all heads around how much this movie cost to make. $200 million. $200 million. Wow. This is this is bad. This is bad. Let's go to Twitter. $200 million. No. Nope. All right, these are the set pieces. Once again, this looks good. Money well spent. But $200 million? And you have no white people in this? You have no white person, no relevant white person. You don't have the CIA agent like you did in Black Panther. Oh, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. This ain't it. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Finally a movie starring all Greeks. Oh my gosh. Funny how race swapping only goes one way in Hollywood. These are white folk. Listen, don't argue with these people. Don't argue with these people. You don't have no white person of prominence. Wow. Oh, homegirls in this too? I did not know. That's crazy. This thing should be a smash hit, but it won't. This thing should do Wakanda 2 numbers, but it won't. This movie's gonna fail. It's gonna fail. It's gonna fail. January 15th. And for some of y'all, this is the first time of y'all hearing about this. Right? Yeah, this movie's gonna fail so hard. I hate that for you. All right, man. All right, man. Do 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 do. Okay. Once again, strictly Hollywood and sports and some music. I have no urban effery for y'all today. I just don't have the brain cells for it. I'm sorry. All right, so will you go see? Matter of fact, let me change my poll. Okay. Let me change my poll. I need to see a first trailer. I need to see a badass, super crazy trailer. Like, oh my God, what is this? Man, if that first trailer don't hit, if that first trailer does not hit, whoever cuts that first trailer, whatever song you're going to use, man, it better be on some, the last great trailer I can recall was the goddamn Batman. If that shit ain't Batman levels, that was 6 years ago. That's the only trailer that kind of sticks out to me. Like, as far as like, holy shit, like, what is this? If that first trailer ain't Batman's level of getting me excited for this, will I go see it? Now, here's the problem. Here's my conundrum. I already have Paramount Plus, and it's going to fail. So I could wait a couple more weeks for it to be on Paramount Plus. Why go? That's the problem with streaming. Remember how when we had VHS tapes, shit wouldn't be on VHS for another year. You had to wait a year for the shit to come out on VHS or Laserdisc or CD, whatever the case may be, right? Now it's going to be 30 to 60 days. You can just wait at home, and I'm watching Obsession right now on Peacock. I didn't have to go to the movies 3 weeks ago to go see it. A month ago. Was it a month ago? I could have just waited. I'm watching Obsession right now on Peacock. I didn't have to go see this movie at the theaters. Well, you go see Children January. Was it 14th? Oh, wait a second. I'm saying in theaters. I gotta specify. Let me specify. In theaters. Okay. Polls up. Boom. I don't want this thing to fail, because, you know, it's important that these urban movies do well. But then I'm like, well, shit, it's all a bunch of fucking Brits. I'm sorry. Paul, forgive me, bro, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Like, Let it fail, man. Let it fail. So I'm 50-50. I need to see what that first trailer is like. If that first trailer, we will cover the trailer together. If that first trailer ain't, I won't go see it. The trailer's gonna have to put me over the 51% mark to get me to go see this movie. Okay. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's my stance on it. That's my stance on it. Once again, it looks money well spent, but not $200 million, y'all. Not $200 million. And unfortunately, there's not enough black people here in America to really make this movie a monster hit. It wasn't because of y'all. Sinners was not because of y'all. It's because of white folk and other races had to go see Sinners. Okay? You piqued the interest, you verify it, you give it a stamp of approval, then everyone else will go see it because you said it's cool. That's it, that's all. All right? Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, Hollywood. We're here for Hollywood. This is the Hollywood segment. Okay, where do I go? Let's go here first. Okay. Lionsgate may or may not be sold. Okay, Lionsgate just had $1 billion movie with Michael. It has the John Wick franchise, the Hunger Games franchise. They're floating around the idea of selling it. It's worth $3.8 billion, has engaged an investment bank to assess inbound approaches. Okay, no deal is guaranteed, and Lionsgate could ultimately choose to remain independent. Okay. Banijay, the company behind hit franchises Big Brother and Survivor, is waiting to bid, though any formal approach from that quarter may be delayed while the company works through its integration of all three media. Okay. He and CEO Marco Bassetti were currently focused on the newly integrated company, but in the years ahead, we will look to be opportunistic and so wouldn't rule anything out, in or out, in terms of further acquisitions. We'll look for other opportunities as they come up. So as of right now, everything's cool. Okay. Buying a legacy Hollywood studio like Lionsgate would be a natural step in that build out, giving Media One access to mainstream theatrical franchises and library scale. Later onto the U.S. production base and network it just gained through Chernin, whose group just produced a smash hit horror, Backrooms, which became A24's highest grossing release to date with over $368 million. Backrooms is doing good. Lionsgate shares currently trade at roughly 26 times expected pre-tax profit, a premium to comparable studios according to the data by Reuters. Two sources told Reuters that earlier potential suitors walked away because of the valuation gap between what buyers were willing to pay and what shareholders expect. So they got to bring that shit down a bit. This is not Disney, guys. Okay. All right. That's Lionsgate. Right now, everyone's chilling. Nobody's busted a move. Let's go here. What is this? Oh. Okay. IMAX in China. Pay attention. IMAX and Chinese audiovisual technology company Goer Dynamics has struck a strategic partnership to develop an in-vehicle entertainment system. The companies are billing as the first to carry the IMAX brand, with commercial production targeted for later this year. Under the deal, the two companies will collaborate on design and co-market the finished system to premium automakers throughout China. Jesus, man, we ain't getting shit. IMAX China, the Hong Kong listed subsidiary of IMAX Corp, is the IMAX entity involved in a partnership. The system pairs a proprietary IMAX acoustic architecture with a flip-down 4K HDR screen. On the audio side, the setup is engineered for what the companies describe as ultra-high dynamic range and high-powered low-frequency performance designed to eliminate distortion. The visual component is built around custom imaging technologies and an intelligent ambient light adaptation feature intended to maintain picture quality as lighting conditions change on the road. Oh no. To accommodate different vehicle tiers and global manufacturing requirements, the system will be offered in adjustable configurations that can support varying in-cabin speaker arrangements, allowing automakers to deploy it across multiple vehicle platforms and price points. America, what? China got all the good Wow. The partnership draws on Goer Dynamics' existing position in the automotive sector. The company, founded in 2020 under Goer Group, has fitted nearly 3 million new energy vehicles with its in-car audio-visual technology to date. Oh my God. For IMAX, the deal extends a broader push to move its brand beyond the multiplex. The company has recently sought to apply its quality standards to live events, home entertainment, yeah, right, and branded merchandise. Yo, when you start seeing IMAX home systems, it's over. It's a wrap. The CEO of IMAX China said, with the advent of autonomous driving, we believe car buyers will increasingly focus on immersive entertainment systems in their purchase decisions, and we are excited to work with Goer Group, a premier manufacturing partner to some of the world's biggest technology companies, to capture that opportunity. With our strong global brand and expertise in entertainment technology, we believe IMAX has the opportunity to set a new standard in premium in-vehicle entertainment. It's a done deal. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. We don't get shite. USA sucks, man. Matter of fact, where is that Chinese car thing that I saw? Hold up. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Here we go. Let's go here. Listen, China is the way, man. These cars, these trucks.
Like this, because this might be the craziest performance SUV you still can't buy. This is the YU7 GT, and it only costs about $54,000 US, but under Sport Plus mode, it unlocks 1,003 horsepower. Look around the car, nothing is for show. Look, these air vents, this one on the hood, they actually move air through the hood, through the brakes and everything. Michelin PS5 tires, massive performance brakes, and also look in the rear. Massive rear diffuser, but still this car is elegant enough to drive to dinner. Honestly, none of that impressed me, but this did. There isn't even a traditional instrument cluster. Instead, everything is projected across this entire panel under the windshield. Speed, energy consumption, driving information, even an animated clock. All of these have this subtle, almost 3D effect. It feels less like looking at a screen, but looking through a car. Then I found my favorite feature. Watch this. Economy mode, 400 horsepower. Comfort mode, 560 horsepower. Sport mode, 815 horsepower. Sport Plus mode, 1,003 horsepower. It's the same car. You're just deciding how much of it you want today. And Xiaomi even thought about people who have never driven a 1,000 horsepower EV before. There's actually a new driver mode. It limits the horsepower at 325 horsepower, top speed at 140 kilometers per hour. It lets you learn the car before unlocking everything. That's not a performance feature. That's a thoughtful design. Oh, and one more thing. This is honestly the first simulated EV exhaust sound I've heard that I actually want to leave on. After all that, and this is still an everyday SUV. Ventilated heating and
$54,000 USD. China is killing everybody right now.
Massaging seats, air suspension, and everything. It never asks you to choose between performance and comfort. You just get both. 3 years ago, people laughed at the idea of Xiaomi making cars.
Sure did.
I don't think people are laughing now. But the real question is, if Xiaomi actually comes to America, would you actually buy one?
Yeah.
America?
Fuck yeah, I would. What? You know what's going to happen? Your new Democratic president in 2028 is going to open the doors to China. You just watch. I have a sneaky suspicion that your next Democratic president will unlock the floodgates to China. Just a thought. Just a little theory that I have, right? I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Where am I gonna go? Oh, we're still with Hollywood. Okay. The Paramount acquisition of Warner Brothers is in trouble. Once again, this is the man. This is the son. This is the father. Wait a minute. This is the son. This is the father. I have nothing bad to say about the son. You know why? Because this is the evil white man that cut a $200 million check to a black female director to give you a black girl magic movie. Okay? You have nothing bad to say about David Ellison. Nothing. This man spent $200 million on a black movie that's going to bomb in 6 months. June, July, August, September. 6 months. 6 months to this epic failure. But once again, Paramount shareholders are suing Paramount. This is insane. The lawsuit filed Tuesday on behalf of Paramount shareholders alleged that Ellison's entered into an undisclosed agreement to overhaul CNN to better align with the Trump administration's views on news media in exchange for political support for the transaction. Y'all thought they were going to really let them change up CNN? CNN is probably one of the last legacy media outlets that's kind of keeping it somewhat a buck. And if CNN goes the way of Fox, it's over. And nobody wants that. Okay? The suit characterized the alleged arrangement as a corrupt side deal that was never disclosed to investors. According to the lawsuit, the alleged agreement exposed the company to legal and financial risks while breaching fiduciary duties owed to shareholders. The lawsuit recycles allegations that have already been reported and already addressed. As we stated consistently, no commitments from either David or Larry Ellison have been made to any government body, state AG, or federal agency regarding the future of CNN or any other news property other than that the goal to deliver truth-based journalism. Okay? The Warner Brothers Discovery transaction stands on its own merits. Combining these two libraries and platforms give consumers more choice, not less, greater investment in original programming, a stronger competitor to streaming rivals, and a more durable footing for journalism and storytelling alike. We remain confident in the merger's fundamentals and will continue toward closing. You have 12 states suing, right? They threatened to leave California if California AG decides to sue, right? Earlier this week, a coalition of 12 states 12 state attorney generals led by California AG Rob Bonta sued to block the transaction on antitrust grounds, claiming it would reduce competition across the film, TV, and streaming industries. The Writers Guild of America has also filed a separate lawsuit. This is insane, man. This is insane. Right? The shareholder complaints center on Ellison's alleged conduct during the approval process and whether investors were legitimately informed of developments related to the transaction. If completed, the merger would combine. It's not a merger, it's an acquisition, y'all. They're not merging. It's an actual acquisition. Mergers don't require one party to cough up tens of billions of dollars and then add a ticking fee penalty for not getting the deal done. That's not a merger. That's an acquisition. Okay? It would bring together Warner Brothers Pictures, HBO, HBO Max, CNN, CBS, Paramount Pictures, Paramount Plus, and dozens of Paramount-owned cable networks under a single corporate umbrella. Okay? Supporters of the deal have long argued the combined company would be better positioned to compete with streaming giants including Netflix, Disney, and Amazon. Yikes. Jeez. Let's continue. Where's the other one at? Speaking of Netflix, second quarter earnings, $12 billion. Second quarter revenue, $12.5 billion. Look for it in the gray. Okay, this is the gray area. Okay. Netflix has made a revenue just in the second quarter alone of $12.5 billion. They're forecasting quarter three, $12.8 billion. QT revenue of $12.6 billion was in line with forecast and grew 13% year over year. Driven primarily by membership growth, pricing, and increased ad revenue, we delivered double-digit revenue growth in all regions, surpassing the quarterly revenue mark of $4 billion in EMEA and $1.5 billion in both LATAM and APAC. Q2 revenue growth of 10% reflects only a partial quarter impact from our recent price change, which has gone well and as expected. Operating Q2 was $4.2 billion, up 11% year over year, and operating margin was 33.4% versus 34.1% in Q2 25. So to operate, it cost them 4.2, and they ended up making 12.5. Jesus, man. The only thing that can stop Netflix is Netflix at this point, honestly. Our 2026 outlook is consistent with our prior forecast. We are narrowing our revenue forecast to $51 to $51.4 billion, which represents 13 to 14% growth, driven by growth of memberships and pricing, and projected rough doubling of our ads revenue to approximately $3 billion. We continue to anticipate an operating margin of 31.5% for 2026, both on a reported basis and based on FX rates as of January 1st, 2026 versus 29.5 in 2025. Annual operating income growth of 20% for 2026. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. Building out our ad business continues to be a top priority, and we remain on track to deliver approximately $3 billion in ad revenue in 2026. Strong interest in live events, Women's World Cup, an expanded NFL slate, WWE, MLB events, and more, alongside continued demand for our unparalleled breadth of entertainment titles. The growth in our ads business is being fueled by the strength and variety of our slate, combined with our investments in AI-powered tools and workflows. The Netflix ad suite and broader programmatic capabilities. Let's see. Net cash generated from operating activities was $1.7 billion versus $2.4 billion in the prior year. Expected free cash flow in Q2 26 total $1.5 billion versus $2.3 billion in Q2 25. This included higher cash tax payments due to part to Warner Brothers termination fee. Oh, because you were licensing out a bunch of Snyder stuff. Because they paid a licensing fee. So that's why the cash flow dipped a bit from last year to this year. Termination fee. Oh, okay. For the full year, we continue to expect free cash flow of approximately $12.5 billion and an annual cash content spend to a amortization ratio of 1.1. Man, get out the way, man. Get out the way, man. Get the fuck out the way, man. Netflix is coming. Okay. So here we go here. So June 30, 2026, $12.5 billion. Cost of revenue, $6 billion. Technology development was $1 billion. General administrative, $500 million. Like, we're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't think y'all understand. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. So all this cost them $4.1 billion, and they tripled their monies. They tripled what they cost to run. Look at this, from going from June 30th, 2025. Shit is dead. Okay, so they made $21 billion back in a year ago, but their operating costs were $7 billion, and then they made $24 billion in June of 2026. 6 months in. Oh, from that time. Jeezy Pete's. That is insane. Okay. I mean, listen. All right. All right. Let's go here. More Hollywood stuff. Fast and Furious composer Brian Tyler sells scores catalog to Cutting Edge Group. Let's go here. So, Brian Tyler by name, you are very likely to know at least some of his music thanks to the catalog of blockbuster sounds that he has created. Among his musical portfolio are the soundtracks to the Fast and Furious franchise, Now You See Me films, the Super Mario Brothers movie, Crazy Rich Asians, Iron Man 3, Avengers Age of Ultron, Thor The Dark World, Rambo Last Blood, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone universe, and the first official F1 theme for Formula One, which airs during... Oh my gosh, wow. Cutting Edge, an investor and manager of media music rights, has acquired the music rights and royalty streams to Tyler's catalog of blockbuster films and TV scores comprising more than 60,000 minutes. Financial terms weren't disclosed, but the company called the acquisition one of the largest ever completed for the rights of a single film and TV composer, and comprises the soundtracks to some of the most successful works of entertainment for the past 2 decades, including films with a cumulative global box office of over $21 billion. Cutting Edge says, securing the rights to defining scores of modern film and television, its portfolio already consists of more than 400,000 owned and or managed music media rights valued at more than $1 billion. This is him, Brian Tyler. Music is how we remember the stories that mattered the most to us. It's the invisible thread running through a scene or story that makes it unforgettable, and I spent my career trying to serve those stories as honestly as I can, knowing that these compositions will be in the hands of a team that genuinely understands their value, not just commercially, but creatively and culturally, means everything to me. Tyler's accolades includes 51 BMI Music Awards, 3 Emmy nominations, 5 ASCAP Music Awards, and a BAFTA nomination, and 12 Gold Spirit Awards, including for Composer of the Year. Okay, that's the head of Cutting Edge. Wow. This investment reflects our unwavering commitment to securing the very best rights in media music, and our ability to complete deals of this caliber is a testament to the reputation we have established within the composer community over many years. Film and television music remains one of the most resilient asset classes in the rights market, and this acquisition is a further demonstration of our ability to identify and secure its very best catalogs. Oh, buddy. I ain't mad, man. Get your coins, sir. Get your coins, sir. Get your monies up. Get your monies up. By all means. Okay, let's get to some World Cup. $4 million ticket package sold. A global private membership-based concierge service confirmed it has clients that purchase 6 tickets for $4 million, a package that also includes access to the field and trophy ceremony. Oh boy. So with less than 48 hours to go before Argentina takes on Spain inside MetLife Stadium, New Jersey ticket prices have risen to $10,000 ranges for single tickets, while hospitality packages available through FIFA's provider upwards of $30,000 to nearly $60,000 for specific lounges. At last check on FIFA's official website, On Location had select hospitality tickets available for pitchside lounge at $57,000 for a single ticket. Christ almighty. While lower tier access was available inside the trophy lounge for $34,500, Champions Club, FIFA Pavilion, and Supporters Club lounges were sold out as of press time. The lowest price for an available ticket was $9,753, while the highest was $69,786. Okay. Recession wear, I guess. There's money out here. Motherfuckers got money. Okay. The package, which sold in early June, days before the players even hit the pitch to kick off the first game of the 26th tournament, includes 6 front row seats on the halfway line, as well as field access for the trophy presentation and award ceremony. Jeez. Okay. In addition to the 6-ticket deal for the final, Knightsbridge Circle had an offering for 2 seats at the halfway line, plus pitch side access and access to the trophy ceremony for $1.5 million. Though after England and France lost in the semifinals, market interest dipped slightly, and those tickets are now available for $750,000. Halftime show will be BTS, Madonna, Shakira, Burna Boy, Justin Bieber, and Gustavo Dudamel. Kanye was offered $20 million. He said no. Let's go with Kanye. Let's go with what he said. Kanye West declines. If what they're saying is true. Okay. So now they didn't confirm it. So it hasn't been confirmed. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It's not confirmed. It's not confirmed. Okay, never mind. Let's go on. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Okay. Okay. That's the Hollywood. Oh, so we continue with the FIFA thing. Argentina. Okay. Listen, it's entertainment. Are you not entertained? Argentina's the bad guy, right? Everybody's rooting against the bad guy. I mean, you have 2 colonizing countries, Spain and Argentina, going at it for the World Cup. Sure. So let's go here. Argentina, Falkland Islands. This is some nasty work. So how did we get here? How did we get here? This is how we got here. Argentina could face a FIFA investigation over a banner displayed after its World Cup semifinal victory over England. The banner said, "The Falkland Islands are Argentine." The islands have been at the center of a decades-long dispute between Argentina and the United Kingdom, including the 1982 war, because FIFA bans political messages during World Cup matches. The display could lead to disciplinary action. Okay, that's such a joke at this point. So, as a standard procedure, FIFA's independent disciplinary committee is currently assessing the match reports and considering the relevant circumstances before deciding on potential further steps based on the FIFA disciplinary code. Basically, Argentina is the Israel of FIFA, of football, in so many words, right? In so many words. Okay. So I asked my Argentine friend why the Argentine players were so passionate during and after the match against England, even more than you expect from a World Cup semifinal. This was his response. For Argentines, the relationship with England is a very particular one. The football rivalry dates back to the '66 World Cup, which was held and ultimately won by England. Argentina and England met in the quarterfinals around the 35th minute. The German referee controversially sent off Argentina's captain, Antonio Ratin. Red and yellow cards did not exist at the time, and Ratin could not understand what the referee was telling him because they did not share a language. An interpreter eventually had to intervene. The confusion surrounding the incident later helped inspire the introduction of yellow and red cards. As Ratin left the pitch, he squeezed a corner flag bearing the Union Jack, provoking the home crowd, and then briefly sat on the red carpet reserved for Queen Elizabeth II. England eventually won 1-0 with a late goal after the match. When the players were about to exchange shirts, England manager Alf Ramsey reportedly stopped his players from doing so, describing the Argentines as animals. Ooh. The rivalry took on a much stronger political meaning after the Falklands and Malvinas War of 1982. Argentina has a long-standing sovereignty claim over the islands, which have been under British control since 1833 and are located in the South Atlantic, relatively close to the Argentine coast. At the time, Argentina was ruled by an increasingly unpopular military dictatorship. The regime invaded the islands, and the United Kingdom, led by Margaret Thatcher, whose government was also struggling politically, responded militarily and won the war. I briefly remember this as a kid. Okay. The Malvinas issue occupies a central place in Argentina's collective memory and remains politically and emotionally important today. The defeat further weakened the Argentine dictatorship, and democracy returned the following year. But the wound remained open, and strong hostility towards the British persisted among part of the Argentine population. Then came the '86 World Cup quarterfinal between Argentina and England and Mexico. It is probably one of the 3 most iconic matches in World Cup history, and the game that cemented Diego Maradona's legend. Argentina won 2-1 with both goals scored by Maradona. The first was the famous Hand of God. Maradona scored with his hand but the referee did not see it. The second is widely regarded as one of the greatest goals in football history. Maradona dribbled past 5 English players before scoring. Argentina went on to win the World Cup. For many Argentinians, that victory felt like a symbolic form of reparation after the defeat of the Malvinas War. The two countries met again in the round of 16 in the 98 World Cup in France. The match ended 2-2 and Argentina won on penalties. England had been playing very well, but David Beckham was sent off for kicking out Diego Simeone, a moment that severely hurt England's chances. Beckham was widely blamed. Oh, yeah. Okay, I remember this in this documentary. Okay. Vilified in England for because he left. He said, fuck y'all, I'm out. They played once more in the group stage of the 2002 World Cup. Argentina arrived as one of the favorites to win the tournament, but performed poorly against England. England won 1-0 through a penalty scored by Beckham himself. England advanced to the knockout stage, while Argentina was eliminated in the group stage, and overall is one of the strongest rivalries in international football. The broader relationship between Argentina and England combines rivalry with a certain degree of admiration. Argentines continue to support the sovereignty claim of the Malvinas, but they also follow the Premier League and admire many aspects of British culture, particularly rock music, and England's role as the birthplace of modern football. What? Rock music? You got that shit from the... You know what? Let's not even go there, y'all. Oh my goodness. That's insane. That is insane. Let's go here.
First it was the football. Now it's geopolitics. England and Argentina, the Falklands or the Malvinas. Controversy off and on the pitch. So what's going on? Just minutes after Argentina won 2-1 against England at the World Cup semi-final, Argentinian players grasped this simple black and white banner. It reads, Las Malvinas son Argentinas, or the Falklands are Argentinian. It's that running sore, the sovereignty of the islands bursting out into the open again. The Falklands are a self-governing British overseas territory, home to 4,000 people, some 8,000 miles away from the UK, or 300 miles off the coast of Argentina. It's a beautiful, windswept place with white sandy beaches and millions of penguins and deposits of oil that companies are now beginning to exploit. But these islands have attracted controversy for years. The Falklands have been under British control since 1833, something that's been long contested. In 1982, Argentina launched a military invasion. A bloody 74-day conflict would follow. 655 Argentinian and 255 British servicemen lost their lives. The conflict ended with the surrender of Argentina's forces in the capital, Stanley, but the country has never relinquished its claim. In 2013, Falkland Islanders voted to remain a British territory, with just 3 people voting against it. The poll used by the UK to assert its sovereignty. But that's never really satisfied Argentinian politicians. Just before the big match, the country's vice president called England usurping pirates and told the football team to claim what's ours. The Argentinian president, Javier Milei, has also been talking about the islands as he implements painful economic reforms at home. But the fact is, the ownership of the Malvinas is part of Argentinian culture. It's a cause, a seeming injustice, and we shouldn't be surprised to see it referenced by players and fans alike. So, could Argentina ultimately be punished by FIFA over the banner? FIFA strictly prohibits political messaging at its matches. Back in 2014, Argentina were fined £20,000 after its players held up a banner with a similar message. But any sanction won't come until after the tournament is done. The islands are part of Argentina's psyche, and the debate is constantly reignited by its politicians. It's certainly not the last we've heard of this issue.
Interesting. Okay. Anything else?
How does it make you feel when you see those Argentinian football fans unfurl that banner, Las Malvinas son Argentinas? Given your experiences, given that...
Yo, is Messi a low-key racist? I think he is. It's not even... He's smart. He doesn't speak on it. He remains quiet, but silence to me is compliance. The fact that this man, one of the biggest faces, if not the biggest face in football, refuses to acknowledge or say anything when it comes to race relations in regards to Argentina versus everybody else. Silence is complicit. It's compliance. And I believe he's just like as Argentine as anybody else. He's smart. He's like, I'm not gonna say shit, but low key I am. Of course I rock with my people. But let's continue.
Well, how does that make you feel?
Well, when fans unfurl a banner you kind of accept that kind of nonsense and immaturity from people. There's nothing humorous in it. It's just a tacky old bed sheet, isn't it, with somebody with a pot of paint they found in a garage. But what is more disappointing is then the footballers going up and taking the banner and running it around the field, which then politicises the whole thing. And it turned their victory into a tawdry success. It diminished everything they'd achieved, for me and for many other people. And I get it. It's from a lot of the media as well. There's been such a backlash about it. But I just think it's cheap and it's disappointing. These people should be more mature. They should be more professional. But as it...
Wait, you think Caitlin Clark is racist? How? Wait, how is Caitlin Clark racist? And she gets beat up by black women every day. I would love to hear your point of view. I'm listening.
It is, they don't have a diplomatic bone in their body, and none of them were born at the time of the Falklands. So I don't understand. If they read the history properly, rather than the propaganda they get fed in Argentina, they would understand that the Falklands has never been Argentinian. They've never even occupied the islands in any way, shape or form. And if they say they did as Argentina, then they're lying, because their country wasn't even a country at that point in time. It was called the Nation of States.
Okay.
And it didn't have a flag, a president, a parliament. It had no elected officials whatsoever. So for them to make the claims that they do, they're being very disingenuous. They're being
he's dropping truth bombs. Okay, come on.
very, very misleading with their comments. And I think that we have to hold them accountable. And I think that FIFA have to respond correctly. I don't think they can be allowed to negate their responsibilities as the officials and the leaders of the whole scenario. But they've very much, I think, ruined the reputation of the World Cup, myself. And I think the World Cup...
Okay. Oh, shit, my
How
bad.
does it make you...
and I think that FIFA have to respond, negate their responsibilities as the officials and the leaders of the whole scenario. But they've very much, I think, ruined the reputation of the World Cup, myself.
Wow.
And I think the World Cup is very much worse for their behaviour.
Wow.
So fingers crossed, something will happen.
Nothing's gonna happen. You know that, and I know that. Argentina is the Israel of football, basically. Let's see. No, this ain't the same. I'll explain in a minute. So you enjoyed it? It didn't feel like 3 hours? Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. She likes that type of shit, I'm sure. Okay. Jordan is way different than Messi. Jordan, racial politics never came up for him. It was all about the shootings over his shoes. It was the gang violence. And he was like, I want everybody to buy Jordans. That was his response. So they're not the same. I would not even try to even compare Messi to Jordan's apolitical stances. Jordan never had to face racial issues like that, because clearly him being a black man from North Carolina, he knew all about it. So it was never brought to his doorstep. It was gang violence. But Messi has always been an international star. Like, people look to him for, I don't know, in inspiration, leadership. How do you feel about the state of soccer and football? Like, what he says, matters. And the fact that he has never said anything in regards to his people's behavior towards darker melanated folk that are not Argentina speaks volumes. His silence is so deafening, it's not even funny. So, like, if you don't think he's a race, like, this motherfucker, he sure is. Silence is compliance. That's my take on it. Messi got everything, including a Fortnite skin. Probably better if he stayed apolitical. I mean, at this point, he's at the tail end of his career. It wouldn't hurt him at this point. And this is what I say about sports athletes. Like, get your best years out. Shut up. Put your head down. Dribble the basketball. Shoot the basketball. Throw the football. Throw the baseball. Swing the bat. And then when you get towards your end of your career, when you're about to transition out, then talk your shit. Then become the fucking B1 activist. Then talk your smack. Jaylen Brown's doing it ass backwards. That's why Jaylen Brown is no longer in Boston. Okay? I'm paying you to entertain me. Just do that. And then after 15 years, when your career is about to be up, then go B1. Neri, thank you for the 10. Funny how white people obsess over black division. as if all white societies are united. The English, the French, Europeans, and Argentines all have old rivalries, and they don't like each other still to this day. To this day. To this day. To this day. All right, let's keep it going. Good discussions, everybody. I think we're still in Hollywood, but now we're gonna go to the observe and report part. Let's go to observe and report. Yes. Let me see, what is this? What part is this? Okay, let's go here first, and then we get to observe and report. Ready? All right, let's go.
This is the most awkward moment in television history.
It's not my place to take issue with one of your guests, but I felt deeply upset by what you said. And I think that it's because Howard Stern is not really presenting himself as a character.
On Jay Leno's Tonight Show, Robin Quivers, the co-host of The Howard Stern Show, and performer Linda Ronstadt began verbally battling after Ronstadt called out Quivers for working with Stern. Just weeks before the infamous Tonight Show appearance, singer Selena had been gunned down by the president of her fan club. In response to the assassination, Howard Stern went on his radio show and made some very derogatory comments towards the Mexican people.
This music does absolutely nothing to me. I have no feel. It's almost like you could not have it on or have it on and my mood wouldn't change. Alvin and the Chipmunks had more soul. I have no idea why she would even be popular over somebody else. Spanish people have the worst taste of music.
Child, Lord have mercy. Come on.
They really do.
They don't like depth.
No, they don't like any depth. It's all like, We like to wear multicolored clothes and dance around cardboard box houses out of refrigerator boxes from America.
Stern would double and even triple down on his opinion before eventually publicly apologizing to the people of Mexico and to the friends, family, and fans of Selena who he may have hurt with his comments.
Sin duda, no fueron hechos con la intención
Had this man apologizing in Spanish. God damn.
de causar aún más angustia.
One of the individuals hurt was Linda Ronstadt.
I can tell you that as a woman and as a Mexican American, I feel he is very offensive and extremely irresponsible.
Quivers asked Ronstadt, "Do you listen to the show?" And Linda responded, "No." Quivers barbed back, "Then you can't talk about our show." The next morning on The Howard Stern Show, he would verbally attack Linda Ronstadt once more, bringing up a performance she did in South Africa at Sun City in the 1980s. South Africa was still at the time very heavily segregated. Many musicians and the entire United Nations organization boycotted the area, but that didn't stop Linda Ronstadt from getting that bag in 1983 and performing at Sun City.
Okay, let's see who all performed there. Hold up. 1983 Sun City, South Africa performance. Who all showed up? A lot of these sons of bitches that showed up. These racist bastards. Okay, several major international artists performed at the Sun City Super Bowl in South Africa in '83. These concerts were highly controversial as they directly violated the United Nations cultural boycott established to protest South Africa's apartheid policies. Rod Stewart performed a series of concerts at the Super Bowl, opened on July 29th in '83. Elton John played an 8-night sold-out residency at the Sun City Casino. He also visited in July '83 to surprise Rod Stewart on stage. Linda Ronstadt performed 6 concerts, reportedly for a $500,000 fee after replacing another act. I can't even be mad at that, but let's continue. Because these and other artists like Queen and Frank Sinatra ignored the UN boycott, the activist group Artists United Against Apartheid, spearheaded by Stephen Van Zandt, Bruce Springsteen's band, E Street Band, formed in '85 to record the protest song Sun City, which vowed, "I ain't gonna play Sun City." Wow. I vaguely remember all this. I was a kid during this time. So I gotta delete all my Rod Stewart songs and Elton John songs. Is that what you're telling me? I gotta delete that shit out my playlist?
Oh, you fat hypocrite bitch. You filth.
I have to take exception
I have to
one of your guests.
We take exception to your entire life. One of those performers was Linda Ronstadt. It didn't bother her in the least that black people were enslaved in South Africa. Didn't phase her at all.
Not as a woman, not as a Mexican American, not as anything.
Nothing upsets this woman, this filth.
This is the most awkward moment in time.
Wow. 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 Okay. Now let's get to the observe and report. We're going to get to the observe and report. I guess my next question for the poll. Let me redo the poll again. Okay, so I asked the question: will you go see Children of the Blood and Bone in theater? So y'all not gonna go see this movie? Really? For real? Shame on y'all. Y'all not gonna go see this movie? For real? 60% of you guys said no. You will not go see this movie. Okay, I want to know why you're not gonna go see this movie. So everybody that said no, please tell me why. All answers are welcome, but I'm curious to get you guys' check your temperature and see what you're thinking. Why will you not go see Children of the Blood and Bone, this $200 million black movie in January? Why are you not going to go see this movie? Okay, I need to know. I need to know. Damn, y'all said y'all ain't going. What tough fucking crowd. Tough fucking crowd. Y'all said nope. Hey, don't change it up for me now because I'm saying something. By all means, I want to know why you guys are not gonna go. Y'all said the hell with this blood and bone shit. All right, I ain't mad at you. I forgot the poll question I was gonna do because I got so wrapped up in this. Okay, let's keep it going. Observe and report. We are here to observe and report. You ready? Okay. This is about the Odyssey, y'all. We're here to observe and report about the Odyssey. Oh, that was my question. I remember what my question was. Okay, hold up. New poll question. Not gonna watch Tether and Bone. Child. Okay. I know my new question. You ready? Where were there? Okay. Were there? Okay, let's do that. Let's do this. Okay, I got you. Were there blacks in, once again, keyword ancient Greece? Ancient, not modern Greece. Okay, we're talking ancient Greece. The new poll question is: were there blacks? And I'm using blacks for general context. If you want me to put Africans, fine. Were there blacks or Africans in ancient, keyword ancient Greece? Okay. Club is going for the motherland. I like that. Okay. You like the Odyssey? That's what's up. I have a feeling I'm not gonna like it because y'all don't like. I don't like what y'all like, and y'all don't like what I like. I have a feeling I'm not gonna like this. I have a feeling it's gonna be like. I'll never need this. I'm afraid I'm not gonna like this movie. But I'll let y'all know by Sunday. Okay. Once again, when I say blacks, I'm just using blacks for which is general context. I'm referring to, I will say Africans. Were there Africans in ancient Greece? Okay, ancient Greece. Keyword. Okay, let's go here. Okay, this is homeboy from Heels versus Babyface. Listen, I'm not gonna crack on his looks. That's too easy. I want to attack his argument. Pay attention. We are here to observe and report. Never engage these people. Observe and report. Never engage. Okay. So all you're gonna do is walk away just upset, and you're gonna be feelings gonna be just So let's continue. Let's go here. Let's see what he has to say. Let's go.
1,000 ships, not Clytemnestra. But if you have them looking identical, then Clytemnestra would also be a face that launched 1,000 ships because it's the same fucking face. So that was ridiculous. Also, you took the role away from another woman.
Oh, here we
go. But
go.
the reason why I think Christopher Nolan made them the same character, made the same actor for both, actress for both, was if he didn't, Helen of Troy would have had about 2 minutes screen time. I think Clytemnestra gets more screen time than Helen of Troy. And in the trailer, you see when they're holding her back and screaming, that's not Helen of Troy, that's Clytemnestra.
Yeah. But hear me out. They didn't care. All they saw was an opportunity to turn that screenshot into a thumbnail to rage bait everybody. Where she's screaming and yelling and she's all whatever. They always purposely grab those worst looking screenshots that make the thumbnails to draw the people in, to rage bait them. Say, look at this angry nigger bitch. Look at her. You know, this is what Christopher Nolan chose. They do it every time, but come on.
Helen of Troy's got a slight disfigurement on her face, which she didn't receive. And another thing is Lupita Nyong'o, in my opinion, does not encapsulate in any way, shape, or form the beauty of Helen of Troy.
All right, we're here to observe and report, never engage. Come on, let him talk his smack. Okay, come on.
And it's not just the beauty; it's the lust. If you go through the Iliad and if you go through the Odyssey, then Helen of Troy is desired. It's you know, almost carnal. This lust by men for her, and Menelaus is actually going to execute her when Troy falls. But when he sees her again, he's so in awe of her beauty that he forgives her and they go back home to Sparta and they live happily ever after.
Imagine this being this upset because somebody didn't stick to a fictitious story. Imagine being this bothered because the creator deviated from a fictional story. Y'all don't get this mad when it's historical. Y'all are this upset over a fictional story with fictional characters. Come on.
That's how it kind of goes. Or in other versions, he's going to kill her and then he sees her again and she's got an exposed breast. And he sees her exposed breast and is besotted with her again. It kind of feeds into that lust, that carnal desire for this woman. She's so desirable. Lupita Nyong'o doesn't in any way, shape, or form encapsulate that.
What's the most watched porn category? Once again, refresh this cracker's memory. What is the most watched porn category? Hands down, above all. What category is that? Okay, let's continue. Once again, we are here to observe and report, never engage.
And so you look at that and go, that's the fate. And she wasn't disfigured either, as if I might have said that, but she wasn't disfigured as they've made her in the film. Why they did that? Were they trying to insinuate that Menelaus did that to her post-war? Or are they saying that we don't get an explanation really as to the scarring on her face? But I can't buy her as this character for one bloody minute. At all. And the fact that Paige and Nyong'o combined, as I've said, have probably less than 10 minutes screen time in an almost 3-hour movie just shows exactly why they chose to focus the marketing on those two a lot. We can work that one out.
I'm sorry, I saw the marketing and all the they weren't focused on Elliot and Lupita. You content creators were focused on that. Y'all swore that they were going to be like in this movie for an hour and some change, literally less than 10 minutes combined for both of them. Now y'all look stupid. And exactly this is why they're upset, because Hollywood is moving away from the John Wayne aesthetic. Okay, they're tired of seeing y'all's pale faces on their screens. They want something different. They don't, and they can't handle it. But let's continue. Once again, we're here to observe and report, never engage.
I will say that I was impressed with John Leguizamo, whatever.
Oh my my God, it's Leguizamo. Come on, man. All right, now let's get on to the next one. Once again, we're here to observe and report. Never engage. Now, let me get to the next. Where's that? Okay, here we go. Okay. Courtesy of homeboy Nerderotic, who has, I believe, a fetish or desire to I think he secretly desires or worships black people. I don't know what it is with this guy, but somewhere in his makeup, he feels inadequate when next to black people. That's what I think it is. I think he feels inadequate. So pay attention. Once again, we're here to observe and report, never engage. Let's go.
Cave Dive Doc for $19.99. Epic Mike, no black people in your theater at 3 p.m. on a Thursday. Please, you know they were probably just at work.
No, they're probably sleeping. Like, they don't wake up until a certain point.
Who the fuck is this Epic Mike guy? He's always some coon ass, clown ass, subservient ass kissing ass dude. Some biracial, some mongrel. That's what we used to call him back in the day, a mongrel. If you were a mixed breed, you're a mongrel. It's always one of these types. Once again, just observe and report, never ever engage. Let's go.
When I worked at the bar, we knew what time like it was gonna get bad. We were like, okay, they're probably awake now. So.
They're about to come out.
Yeah, so we started closing the bar early. Yeah.
Oh my God. This man clearly looks like he got some. One of your parents are the people that you talk about. Clearly. Once again, all you can do is laugh at. They have nothing left, y'all. Listen, this year of middle America white folk finally getting a wake up call. They don't know how to handle it. They are losing their minds. Listen, for decades they were told by their white counterparts above them, you're better than the blacks, you're better than the Mexicans. Who else? You're better than the Africans. You're better than the Haitians. We are seeing the rug being pulled from underneath them in real time. They don't know how to handle it. They're crashing out in real time. I'm loving it. They're being usurped, replaced, black washed, brown washed. I'm loving it. This is all they have, y'all. All their heroes are dead. And they have no new heroes to prop up. I'll run it back again. Who the hell is Epic Mike? Nigga, you had...
Cave Dive Doc for $19.99. Epic Mike, no black people in your theater at 3 p.m. on a Thursday. Please, you know they were probably just at work.
No, they're probably sleeping. Like they don't wake up.
He felt compelled to jump in and say something because homeboy Nerd was gonna say something, but he felt, no, master, let me get. I got it. I got a good one for you. This motherfucker said they wake up because they sleep during the day. What is that? Chow.
Like they don't wake up until a certain point. When I worked at the bar, we knew what time like it was gonna get bad. We were like, okay, they're probably awake now. So.
They're about to come out.
Yeah, so we started closing the bar early. Yeah.
And never forget Ryan Cannell. This is the one that made the joke about George Floyd when he went to the amusement park with the statue. It was like, oh, that's George Floyd kneeling. So listen, they are all in the same boat as far as I'm concerned. All right? Because none of these people will ever say this shit to you in your face. None of them would. Ever. Okay? This is the real black fatigue. He's tired of y'all shit. Matter of fact, the world is tired of y'all. Okay? I'm loving these class wars. Yeah, this is it. It's not They don't realize it's a class war. Okay. I got an hour left. What else can I get into? Okay, what else can I get into? I'm down to 115. This is some bullshit. I knew I wasn't gonna make it. Okay, what is this? What clip is this? Now we're just gonna burn through clips, y'all. Oh, let's go here. Ren and Stimpy. I can't watch Ren and Stimpy anymore.
And John Cristofalusi, whose 15-year-old girlfriend was an open secret at his studio where he created Nickelodeon shows like Ren and Stimpy. John met Robin when she was just 14 years old after she had sent him fan mail. And what really caught his eye was a video of her on her bedroom floor showing her artwork off to him.
I was falling in love with her letters, and I knew that probably is not right, but I was just so smitten by her personality and her letters. And then when I watched the videotape, it's like, holy cow, this girl is amazing.
John flew out to meet the teenager and took her back to his hotel room where he essayed her and promised that one day she would work for him at Spumco Studios, which she eventually did. When she was 16 and 17 years old, she became his live-in girlfriend and worked at the studio as an intern. The relationship was even mentioned in a book about the history of Ren and Stimpy. And Robin was not the only minor that John was carrying on inappropriate relationships with, promised that one day they would work for him on their favorite cartoons. Robin and John's relationship was not only well known at the studio, but John would host pool parties where he would show off inappropriate photos of his girlfriend.
Has, I think, been this person for a long time. He would have us over at his house for parties, and he got drunk enough. You know, he would talk about young girls being, you know, the hottest.
I talked to his most recent assistant, and she was crying and sad about it. She's like, "That's not the John I know. He never. I mean, he would say inappropriate things because he's kind of a man-child."
That whole male locker room thing, I didn't take it seriously enough. I'm making no excuses. It's just like it never occurred to me that a guy would actually pursue that. I think that his abusive nature and his God kind of thing, I just wasn't surprised. I was also really extremely angry. It hurt. It hurt that he used Ren and Stimpy that way to lure girls into his fold. It was upsetting. So that made me sad.
I got a message this morning that made me almost cry because of the way she put it. She was like, "You are protecting all of the little girls who never put their crayons away."
Just finished Quiet on...
Cheesy Pete. Okay, so we're no longer watching Ren and Stimpy. We are officially canceling Ren and Stimpy. Okay. Cheesy Pete's. That's crazy. Okay, let me get this. Let me see. Do I hear about this? I don't care about this. No, I don't care about this. Let's continue. What is this? What clip is this? Oh, okay. Do we care about Nolan? Well, I mean, damn, I hate to sound cold with it, but do we care at this point? Do we care? No, yes. So let's go here, I guess. I guess we can go here. So according to newly released GPS data, the boat departed Horn Island at 4:31 p.m. and returned to its original dock before traveling into Fort Bayou at approximately 5:52 p.m. It is then returned to the dock around 6:06 p.m. So the theory that the one white dude said that he died at the house at the pool party, and then they took his body back out to the dumping place. Okay. Later that evening at 7:19 p.m., the boat was recorded at the Fort Bayou boat launch. Investigators believe it was then transported over land, likely by trailer, to the boat owner's residence in Biloxi, Mississippi. The Mississippi Department of Marine Resources also stated that the boat's owner, his mother, and another individual who was reportedly with Nolan Wells on the day he disappeared have all cooperated with investigators. Okay. So 1 trip to Horn Island, 2 trips to Fort Bayou. The body was found on Horn Island. So okay. I mean, I'm over it at this point, y'all. Honestly, I really am over it. I don't give a fuck. Blanca, what's happening? Where you at? Where your ass at? Okay. Yeah, I personally don't give a fuck at this point, man, because ain't nobody putting foot to ass over this. I'm just saying, like, if you don't care, I don't care. Okay. LeBron. Let's get to the impact of LeBron James. He's still the most important player in the NBA, bar none. Okay. LeBron James is still the most important player in the NBA, even at the age of 41. It's not even for a debate. It's not. The NBA's $76 billion TV deal is currently on hold because one 41-year-old won't say where he wants to work. Adam Silver, the commissioner, admitted it today. The league cannot finish the 2026-27 schedule until LeBron James picks a team. Even Michael didn't have this type of power. This is next level shit. I'm sorry. And I love Mike. I know Mike moved the stock market $12 billion when he came back. I get all that. But this man is single-handedly holding up the damn television deal. He's holding up a television schedule. Okay? The story gets wilder when you know the context. LeBron is the oldest player in the NBA, entering season 24. He is also still one of the best. He dragged the Lakers into the playoffs, then announced he was leaving. 3 franchises are reportedly in the running. Okay, the NBA is 1 season into an 11-year deal with Disney, NBC, and Amazon. Those partners are split a fixed pool of premium inventory, opening night, Christmas Day, the big national windows. LeBron has played on Christmas a record 20 times. The last 19 seasons straight. Whenever he signs, instantly becomes a Christmas team, an opening week team, and a 25-game national TV team. This is the power of LeBron. Until he signs, none of those slots can be assigned. The whole calendar is downstream of one man's group chat. Run the math on what's waiting. $76 billion over 11 years is roughly $7 billion a year in media money. And the schedule that deal was priced can't be built. So the commissioner of a $7 billion a year league is doing interviews, politely asking an employee of one of his 30 teams to please make up his mind. No other league works this way. The NFL schedules around teams, the NBA schedules around a person, and it's always been like this. Now, if you want to make this argument for why LeBron is your GOAT, I'm not mad at you. But this man is single-handedly holding up the season. This is crazy. One man should not have all this power. One man should not have all this power. This is scary. This is scary.
Our local, the way I think about it is we have to finish up the schedule.
Right.
And where LeBron plays will affect the schedule. So I would like him to make his announcement already so we can finish the schedule, because as you might imagine, the teams are calling us, the networks are calling us, and everybody wants to lock in the schedule. But it will influence how we set the schedule, how we set opening week, Christmas Day, etc. So I need him to make a decision, but the direct answer is I have no inside information.
I would love for LeBron to go to New York. I think it would be a media frenzy every day, every night if he went to New York. I think he goes back to Miami. I can't see him going to Philly because homeboy ain't hungry like that. I think he goes back to Miami, but I would love for him to go to New York. I think it makes more sense, honestly, on a media level, to go to New York. There's no other city bigger than LA, media-wise, than New York. That's just if I'm Rich Paul, I'm like, hey, let's go to New York, bruh. Let's live it up. Like, let's go out with a bang. Frank Sinatra. For me, it's a no-brainer. Okay? Man, listen, him signing overnight, you're sure to a repeat. Like, it's a no-brainer, man. Like, I'm just thinking media, corporate, just everything you can monetize off of that. Oh my God, man. It'd be in every game would be a fucking event. Every game. Okay. Let's go once again. I forgot to cover this. Once again, we're here to observe and report. So let's go through these comments, okay? Let's go through these comments. You're here to observe and report. Okay? That's it. That's all. Never engage these people. You're not going to beat them. You're just going to walk away even more upset. So this person says, Lupita Nyong'o looks like if a hot white girl exploded Looney Tunes style and all the good parts burned off of her, and then the smoke clears and she's making an angry face even though she did this to herself, and the music goes wah 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 as it fades to black. Okay, this is what they're saying. Okay, these are very, very insecure people. A very, very insecure collective of people. Okay, let's continue. I am 1000% convinced they are a different species. Yes, we are. I've said this for years. There's humans and then there's mankind. I've said this for years. There's humans and then there's mankind. They are not the same. They are not the same. Now you figure out who the humans are and you figure out who mankind is, and I'll leave it at that. Let's continue. I am biased, but do African men actually think she's hot? I would say, sir or ma'am, white men think she's hot. Okay? Let's look at this. No, Africans do not think Africans are attractive. Nobody does. This is proof that aesthetics have an important objective component. We're just here to observe and report. She looks like she should be put back on the island with the rest of the subhumans. Okay. Look at this. Back in my day, chicks like this were on the cover of National Geographic, not in major movies. You're not going to beat these people. Okay? You're not going to beat these people. Just don't engage, man. Let's continue. That's an effing 8. See? I'm a little confused, not going to lie. What the cinnamon toast? This was funny. Okay, let's go here. Let's see. Okay, you ready? This is why you never let even one black get near you. Every black is Carmelo Anthony. All of them are aggressively trying to murder you. Even the women, even the 4-year-olds. If you do not operate on this assumption at all times, you're not going to make it in world. Stay as armed as you can possibly be and immediately leave when blacks arrive. Keep your back to the wall. They attack from behind. Chow. Someone call the lawn guy. Okay. No need to criticize her for being fugly, absent elective plastic surgery. Nolan deserves to be broadsided for casting her in the role of a Greek beauty. What part of that is feminine at all? Okay. The absence of sexual dimorphism is absurd. They just don't have any sexual dimorphism, huh? Okay. You know she's gonna see the hotline and take it as a compliment. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I'm the odd one, but I don't think the most beautiful and desirable woman in the world should have the body of a 12-year-old prepubescent boy. But then again, this is Hollywood. Once again, what are you gonna say to these people? Okay, what are you gonna say to these people? Okay, look at this. I'm being picky, but the darker knees are a huge turnoff. A part of she being black, of course. Okay. No, she's the most beautiful woman in the world. Haven't you seen all the successful black athletes with women who look just like her? Oh, most black have big boobs and hips and butt. She looks like one of those sub-Saharan men who are eating their goats raw. Well and truly, is she Somalian? Her face structure is so weird. Okay. If one was to accurately illustrate her, it would be a hate crime in over a dozen countries. Okay. Look at this. This has been the go-to for a few years now. The darkest, homeliest actress they can find to play roles typically reserved for the love interest in movies. Okay. Looks like Obama in a bra. Okay. All right. Once again, what are you going to say to these people? Okay. You know it's bad when an entire racist female had that sort of hair. Okay. Literally not even one person in Africa would think this is the ideal for beauty. Okay. All right. They launched 1,000 ships to get the hell away from her. Okay. Why does she even need a top to cover her boobs? Her body is flat like a man's body. She is grotesque. Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, once again, she's built like a male. She is also indistinguishable facially from a young male African. All right. Okay. She is a walking, breathing demoralization ritual. Okay. This is an L. She is a 1 on the binary, no question. She is unattractive because of her insufferable politics, not her appearance. Okay. Once again, what are you going to say to these people? Why would you waste your time arguing and debating these people? Why? Let's continue. I got 45 minutes left. Cool. Okay, let me delete all the Argentina. So we covered Argentina. Okay, we don't care about Argentina. We're over that. Is this an autism video? Uh-oh. Is this autism? Oh. Okay, let's go here. All right, we're going here, man. Okay, my autistic brother made himself permanently blind. Let's go to this tragic backstory. You ready? Let's go. Okay. My big brother, Ewan, is severely learning disabled, profoundly autistic, and completely nonverbal. Alongside his disabilities, he experiences an intense amount of behaviors that challenge. 5 years ago, after Ewan had been sick, I noticed something about his eye. I couldn't explain it, but I knew something wasn't right. An appointment at the opticians confirmed our fears. Ewan's retina had completely detached, and not a single soul knew how long it had been like that. A few weeks later, Ewan underwent general anesthetic so surgeons could properly examine the damage. Whilst he's asleep, they asked my parents if they could attempt to save his sight. They said yes. But there was nothing left to save. The retina had been detached for so long, the tissue was heavily scarred, the damage was irreversible, and my brother was now permanently blind in one eye. People often ask how something like this happens, and the answer will forever break my heart. During periods of crisis, Ewan repeatedly injured himself. He put his head through walls, windows, and doors. Sometimes the worst injuries came from his own fist, hitting his head over and over again. We'll never know whether it was one devastating blow or hundreds of smaller ones over time, but eventually the trauma became too much. His retina detached and he lost his sight forever. Today, Ewan lives with vision in just one eye. He has no depth perception. His balance is affected. His world became even harder to navigate than it already was. And every single day, we worry about the eye he has left. People sometimes describe autism as a gift. Pay attention. But this is the reality many families are quietly living. Not inspirational or celebratory, but instead a mom and dad and a sister living with the fear that someone they love could cause themselves irreversible harm. For the last 5 years, our greatest fear hasn't been the eye Ewan lost. It's been protecting the one he has left. Child. Because when someone can't tell you they're in pain, keeping them safe becomes the greatest responsibility and the greatest heartbreak you'll ever know. Okay. All right. Hey man, listen, man. Thank God for social media, man. Okay. What else we got? Oh, buddy. Okay. All right. Your children's school. This is why you should go to your children's PTA meetings, y'all. This is why you should be an involved parent. No excuses. Let's go. This woman's child was assaulted. Okay. This woman's child was assaulted by a member at a school. somebody that works for the school district. So somebody with a sex offender jacket was allowed to work at a school, and this woman's child was a victim. Let's continue.
New tonight, emotions ran high, as you just heard, as dozens of parents and community members packed a meeting at a Pawleys Island church after learning a registered sex offender had been volunteering at the church's school.
Why are we see all this protest? I'm all about the action. I'm not going to hoop and holler. I'm not going to come on social media and say what happened. No, I'm just going to get it done, and then you're going to see my mugshot, and then a GoFundMe. Hey, y'all, raise my bail. I did something to this person because this person was hurting children. Hey man, can y'all put some on my GoFundMe? Please and thank you. So all this hooping and hollering ain't gonna get nothing done.
Good evening, I'm Adriana Lawrence. 7-year-old Warren Perry was arrested Tuesday, accused of violating his probation by working in close proximity to children. He was convicted in 2023 on a third-degree sexual exploitation of a minor charge from 2020. News 13's Jordan Titus is live in the newsroom tonight. And Jordan, what did church leaders and parents have to say?
Adriana, during the tense community meeting, emotions boiled over as families asked how a convicted sex offender was allowed to volunteer at the school. Take a listen.
No, you don't. You're reading from a script. You're not sorry. Speak to us as parents. You are guilty.
Dozens of people filled Pawleys Island Community Church Wednesday night, demanding answers after learning a registered sex offender had been volunteering at the church's school.
Trust is earned, especially in moments like this. Our goal tonight is straightforward: explain how we got here and to explain what actions have already been taken.
Church leaders say they knew about Warren Perry.
You have to beat his ass too, because you hired this man. Listen, I'm not all. You just get as many people that you can get your hands on. Don't listen. Don't say nothing. Be like, okay, bet. Don't say nothing. Don't be hooping and hollering. Don't be going on this. No. Just move quietly and just get as many as you can. And by the time they come get you, hopefully you got about 3 or 4 of them. And put some on your boy GoFundMe. Let's go.
His conviction, but believed he was following the conditions of his probation while under what they called strict supervision.
At this point, we have absolutely no evidence that any child at Pitt or Pico was abused or harmed by Mr. Perry. None.
Reporting to Nikki that my child was molested in this building. Nikki told me that nothing like this has never happened.
He explained why he didn't tell teachers or parents about Perry's criminal history. The room erupted.
This is a family. You tell your family. Our kids are not a lottery system.
Now the pastor
See,
later.
all this talking, y'all should have bum rushed this man and beat this man to a pulp, and then go out and finish the rest of the job on homeboy. All this talking and hooping and hollering, this ain't gonna get it done, man.
Admitted church leaders made the wrong call when deciding who should be confirmed. He says Perry was removed from campus and announced immediate changes, including expanded background checks and a review of their safety and communications process. One parent we spoke with after the meeting says those reassurances did little to ease their concern.
I'm not sure that they could win back my trust. Oh no, the pastor was making a formality, trying to placate people, make himself look good. I mean, it's obvious that he's just a little robot.
She says she got a call Monday about Perry's background.
And I said, who is it? And she said, are you sure you want to know? And I said, yes, I want to know. And she said, it's Mr. Warren. And I said, well, my kids talk about him all the time. Wow. And he is always around when I pick up. He's always around.
Perry was arrested Tuesday for violating his probation. And according to online records, the 70-year-old was released on bond this morning. We reached out to the church for
and y'all should have been waiting at the jail when he got out. Okay.
Comment, but did not hear back.
Okay. Hey man, listen. I feel bad for that woman's child. It is what it is. Okay, let's I'm down to 106. Let's go here. Data centers. A data center in, where is this, in Indiana? No, I could be wrong.
Thank you for your input.
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Put it in your backyard! This is my fucking fuck you! You're the half-time! Swear these nuts in, bitch!
Okay, this was in Indianapolis. Indianapolis Metropolitan Development Commission approved a 32-acre data center on the east side of Wednesday. Following the final vote, protesters erupted. Okay, hey man. What you gonna do, brother? What you gonna do? I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. All right, let's see. What clip is this? Oh, wait. Let me go over this case. Let me go over this case real quick. The homegirl that her shit ended in a mistrial. What's the name of that lady, y'all? Her trial ended today on the mistrial, and I knew it was going to happen because the jury was infighting. Hold up, jury infighting leads to mistrial. It was just today. I was just debating. I was arguing with somebody. I said, yo, she's going to beat this case. She's not going to beat the case. She's going to keep it home. I'm like, okay. Somebody didn't want to go with what everybody else was saying on the jury. And it ended in a fucking mistrial. What case is that? What case is I'm looking for it. Hold on. Let me find the comments. What case was this? Skadoosh. Damn it. It was a toddler case, right? Involving a toddler. Shit. Was it Sarah Boone? Is that what it was? It was a black woman. That's all I remember. I was like, nah, that's not it. No. It was all over the news today. This is it. Kiana Davis. And in a mistrial. So this is what happened. Murder trial of Kiana Davis, 35, former Georgia teacher accused of killing her 2-year-old son. Ended in a mistrial today. Houston County jury deadlocked following roughly 8 hours of deliberations. Let's see. Carter Ambrose was rushed to a pediatrician's office with fatal injuries and including a lacerated liver. Prosecutors alleged that Davis and her co-defendant boyfriend Keon Benton beat the toddler and failed to seek medical attention. Davis was, it took this case 6 years. 6 years. She'd been fighting this case for 6 years. But let's continue. Davis was tried on 7 counts, including malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, and cruelty to children. Jury deliberations began on Wednesday. Tensions inside the jury room quickly escalated, resulting in notes sent to the judge regarding a combative juror and allegations that the foreperson was harassing a holdout. All it takes is one person to wreck a whole case. That's why I was trying to explain to people with the Carmelo Anthony case. All you need was one black person to say, I don't believe he did it. And y'all can't change my mind. And it would have been a hung jury. It would have been deadlocked. And guess what? We had to start this trial all over again. Say whatever you need to say to get on the goddamn jury. Like, this is the dumbest shit ever. Okay? Yeah, Kiana Davis. And I'm the motherfuckers debating. I'm like, yo, she's gonna beat this case. Well, it ended in a mistrial. She didn't beat it because she's on house arrest. Nigga, try. Doesn't matter if they're gonna try it again or not. She beat this first case. Okay? She at home chilling. Right? She at home chilling. What's wrong with these cats? Man. Whole mistrial, dog. Whole mistrial.
All right, and the answer to my first question, the answer is no. Do you believe further deliberations? And then I asked for the current count. I think what they've done is give me the count on, well, I don't know what they've done. They've given me numbers, they don't add up to 12 on 2 of the counts. So I'm going to inquire further.
Ain't shit you can do. You hear the people. You hear the people in the already rumbling.
So I just said on these counts, do you have a verdict or what is the math?
Let me go through the comments. Let me go through these comments. What a waste of taxpayers' money. 6 years, y'all. 6 years for this case. One of the most horrific yet straightforward cases in mistrial. Something is not right. I'm not saying the mama didn't do it. Okay.
On Monday, no further deliberations are needed. So based on that, I'm going to declare a mistrial and excuse this jury. If you will get the alternates and let me bring them in and just give them some final instructions, then we'll release them.
She's going home.
I don't know what the release is. 13.
And then she tells him, "Hey, here's your pay stub. You can talk. You can give interviews if you want to. If you don't, but she going home. She at home right now, chilling. She at home, chilling."
Ms. Montgomery is deserting me, so if you need a transcript, tell her now.
All right.
I love that shit crazy. There's always one with the glasses, the little meek ones. She look crazy as hell. Yeah, she beat that shit. I want to get to the okay, the jurors. That was the most telling part. So you basically had one person that said, "Nah, I don't believe she did it." That is the crazy part. And then the foreperson was basically trying to Bogard, bully the last one.
I'm at Houston County Courthouse where a mistrial was just declared in the Kiana Davis trial, who was being tried in reference to the death of her 2-year-old son, Carter Ambrose, who passed away in 2020. At the end of the day, this jury was deadlocked. They were deadlocked on all 7 counts.
Wow.
And they reviewed 2 more pieces of evidence today that they had reviewed previously in the week, and they were still not able to get any motion. The judge asked if they thought if they came back on Monday they would be able to make any progress, and they said no. So at the end of the day, the defense and prosecution both asked for this to be a mistrial, which the judge did follow through with. She said this is the oldest case on her docket, so she would like to get it resolved as quickly as possible, but said her next availability, it looks like it would be in November. So when November comes, we might see another trial again for Kiana Davis.
I 6 years, man. 6 years. They couldn't get it together, y'all. Let's just do this in this trial. Let's see who else is reporting on it. Anybody else? I don't care about the footage. I don't care about the footage.
Hours, a Houston County judge declared the murder. Within the last couple of hours, a Houston County judge declared the murder trial of Kiana Davis as a mistrial. Davis is accused of killing her 2-year-old son, Carter Ambrose. She faces 7 charges, including malice murder, felony murder, cruelty to children, and aggravated assault. Elizabeth Hunter was in the courtroom as that decision was made. Elizabeth, can you explain what led up to that decision?
Yeah, Lori, honestly, it was a pretty chaotic day in the newsroom. A bunch of back and forth, a bunch of note passing between the judge and the jury. When the jury came back from lunch at 1:30, they automatically asked to watch a 1-hour video that was investigators talking to Kiana Davis, trying to determine and establish a timeline leading up to her son's passing. After that, they went back into deliberations, and just an hour later at 3:30, the judge sent a note to the jury asking if they had been able to come to any decisions on any of the 7 counts. They sent a note back saying they might be able to come to a decision on count 7, which was cruelty to children, but not even 30 minutes later, a little bit before 4, they sent a note to the judge saying they just were not going to come to a decision. She then brought the jury in, as I said, a little bit before 4 and declared the trial a mistrial. Now, I was able to put a couple of sound bites together for y'all to take a look at what happened earlier in the day because deliberations started at 9 a.m. So take a listen to that.
The jury has sent out a note that they are deadlocked. They did not include a count. I am inclined, obviously I'm going to out-charge them.
4 days into the trial of Kiana Davis, and the jury found themselves in a deadlock. Deliberations picked up Friday morning at 9. At 10:30, the jury asked to rewatch body cam footage from Officer Matthew Whitell. The video showed Officer Whitell interviewing Davis. At around 11:30,
it was weird to him not consoling her. It was weird that he was not consoling the woman, but okay.
the jury sent a note to the judge saying they were at a deadlock. The judge sent a note back asking what counts they were deadlocked on.
Count 1, it was 3-9. Count 2, 4-8.
Oh wait, so those are the numbers. So 3-4 or 9-4, 3 against, 8-4, 4 against.
Count 3, 9-3.
9-4, 3 against.
Count 4, 1, 11.
So on count 4, everybody except 1, and that 1 was who the 4 person was harassing to get to make number 12. They were like, let's get her on something, and that person's like, no.
Count 5, 7, 5.
All right.
Count 6, 7, 5. Count 7, 11, 1.
After reading this, the judge brought the jury in and Allen charged them. This means the judge gave extra instruction to the jury, encouraging them to continue their deliberations and avoid a mistrial.
The case has been exhaustively tried by both sides. It's been submitted to you for decision and verdict if possible and not for disagreement. It's the law that a unanimous verdict is required.
And as we know, despite the judge's encouragement, it was still declared a mistrial. The judge asked the state to consider retrying the case in November. Live in Perry, Elizabeth Hunter, 13W, MAZ News.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I'm not saying she didn't do it. Let's go here with the Daniel Irving case. Let's go here.
I knew something was wrong on day one.
The death of an 18-year-old who drowned in a lake 3 months ago is being called into question as 2 teens who were with him have been charged with evidence tampering. Daniel Irving drowned at Lake Ray Hubbard, about 15 miles from downtown Dallas in April. An attorney for the family says the circumstances in his death don't, quote, add up, citing that Irving was on the honor roll and a member of the swim.
Let's do a pause real quick for station identification. Do I have to spell it out? Do I have to spell it out? Do I have to spell it out? I shouldn't have to. But come on, let's continue. Let's continue.
Team. So just imagine as a mother or a parent calling someone to help you save your child and they hang up the telephone in your face.
The new details in the Irving case are drawing comparisons to that of 18-year-old Nolan Wells, who died following a 4th of July boat trip off the coast of Mississippi. According to an affidavit, 19-year-old Lucas Roper and another teen are accused of throwing out Irving's clothes and driving away from the scene, KTVT reported. It also said the 2 suspects were aware of the drowning, panicked, and fled the scene. They have not been charged with the death of Irving.
2 young white men come to his house to pick him up, and they go fishing, swimming, and then they come back. But yet, Daniel doesn't.
The family's attorney said the family is launching an independent investigation.
We say justice for Daniel Irving. Justice for Daniel Irving.
Listen, I don't want to make light of her pain and her suffering. I know she will fuck you to sleep. I'm sorry. Let's continue. I know she will put you to sleep and then wake you back up for rounds 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then cook for you when she's done with you. Okay? She gonna cook for you after she put you to sleep. Okay? Baby, you hungry? You want something to eat? Yes. Baby, you hungry? You want something to eat? She might spoon feed you, you know what I'm saying? She might. Oh, let's go here. Oh my God. This story is crazy. Okay, I totally forgot about this. Listen. Let's go. Now look at this white woman, okay? I'm just saying, take a look at her. Okay? Take a look at her. Let's go.
Hi, and welcome back to Blue Panties and Bourbon, where I read my cheating ex-husband's emails to the people he was trying to cheat on me with because I can't afford therapy. All right, so today we are reading one from June 17th, 2024. If you find another one where I'm in this same shirt, this is the same day he was writing to another guy. I mean, he was cheating on me like it was a job. So anyway, he's writing in response to this person's double list ad, and he says, I feel like we should at least communicate some to gauge connection. I fit every criteria you wrote about. I want what you want. I fit your description of who you'd like. I'm 55. No, lie, he was 71.
Okay, that makes it even worse. Her ex-husband was 71 years old, and he was out here wilding. You understand? Wilding on this one. Man.
Married white male. Well, he was honest about that. 7 inches cut. Now, this is the one that baffles me, because in different answers, he changes the size of his penis, which I'm honestly baffled by, because sometimes he says he's 7, sometimes he says 7.5, sometimes he says 8, but he kind of goes up and down that 1-inch scale, and I don't get it. Anyhow, verse bottom, I don't know what that means.
He's a versatile bottom. She doesn't understand the gay lingo or the okay, we all know what a bottom is, a versatile bottom. She doesn't know what to mean. She doesn't know what the lingo, y'all. Lord have mercy. Come on.
If somebody wants to enlighten me, is it versatile? Who loves oral and kissing and has prostate orgasms easily when I'm penetrated. He loves to brag about that. I'm 5'11". No, he was like 5'9". And weigh 184. Also, no. 33-inch waist. No. 44-inch chest. Maybe. Bubble, muscular butt, swimmer's build. Also, no. I mean, he was 71 years old. He had a dad bod. He had a belly. I mean, it was like a melon. You could thump that thing. And it was more like 36, 37 if it had been around his belly button. But as long as he kept his, waistband around his hips, okay, he could still squeeze into a 33 with a button screening. But whatever. He sucked it in a lot on his pictures. Anyway, I'm told I'm pretty easy on the eyes. I am DDF, that's disease drug-free, is that what that is? Tested and will test again. Last was 2 months ago. Lie. I'd like one guy to be sexual with. I'd want us to be both DDF so we could play however we wanted without anxiety about safety. I like a lot of different male body types, and in bed for me, it's more about your passion than having a great body. Write me, please. Your ad was very appealing and unique. To which the answer was from someone named Rick. This is another one. I'm assuming maybe it's not his real name, Rick's. Anyway, he says, you're the first one I didn't scare away when I mentioned getting tested. I totally agree that if we can get past that part and know each other is clean, it will really ease the anxiety with that, and we could relax and enjoy each other to the fullest. I agree it's all about the passion, something I crave always. I think we should meet. Are you local? Do you have certain times of your availability? To which my husband wrote back, Also, June 17th, 2024.
You know what? See that now we are. That's why we are where we are. That's why we. This is why we. Wait. This man's 71 years old, and you mean to tell me he has the wherewithal to hide all this from you? I need to go. You know what? Let's do this. Hold up. We're gonna come back to this, but let's go to her TikTok. Yeah. Let's go to her TikTok. I could spend the next 20 minutes on this story. Let's go to her TikTok. Yeah. Let's go see how this all came, because this makes no sense. I mean, I get it. You know, cats be having secrets and I get all that. What was her name again, y'all? Blue dot panties. Blue. Okay. Blue dot panties. There we go. And Burb. Nope. Come on, give it to me now. We're just right there. Blue panties. With a dot. Blue panties. Dot and Burb. Okay. Dot and dot bourbon. We need to see how we got here. Oh, this is her, Brandy Hammond. Okay. Let's see how we got here. It's where I read my cheating deceased bitch. He's dead now. I get it. You feel betrayed and he left you. I mean, oh ma'am, come on. You gotta let this go. I don't know, y'all. I mean, he doesn't care because he's dead, but let's go here to the beginning.
Welcome back to Blue Panties and Bourbon, where I am reading the emails of my cheating deceased ex-husband because I can't afford therapy. So this is only, I guess there was some conversation that went on before this. It was also off Double List. This is from June 18th, 2024, so just over a year ago, and a few months before he died. So my husband wrote to somebody, you mean a smooth hot ass like mine? And the person replied, I can barely make out the pic. Are you able to host? Oh God, this dude actually put his real name and email address. Wow. Hey, Cleve. His name's Cleve. I won't say his last name, but his full name and email. I'm so tempted to email these people.
I can't
swear
even.
to God.
I can only imagine how angry.
Anyway, I can barely make out the pic. Are you able to host? Starting Friday this was my husband's response. Starting Friday through Sunday, yes. Cleve writes back, how old are you? My husband writes back, 53, too old. He was 71. He was not 53. So Cleve says, I see. I would honestly have to see a full clear pic of your entire ass or see you in person. 53 is a bit older than what I'm looking for unless that ass is on point, and that's my main concern. God, the romance. To which my husband replied, no offense taken, totally get it about my age. To which Cleve said, what side of town are you on? He told him exactly where we were, Forest Acres. The end. Don't know what happened there. But this dude, has his full name and his AOL, which I'm 53. I have an AOL. I mean, I have a Gmail, but if you've got an AOL.
Listen, you're not going to get the answers you're looking for. And even whatever answers you get, you're not going to be happy with. You know what I'm saying? I know she's down to reach out to these men and be like, okay, why or what happened or why him and blah, do you know he was married and blah, blah, blah. You're not, the answers you're going to get from these men ain't going to help. Ma'am, I don't let me see if we can find this woman outside. Brandy. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like he's dead, lady. He ain't coming back. So you really can't afford therapy? Y'all didn't have a little nest egg together, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, it's like you're torturing yourself by, you know, you keep reading his messages, and you're not gonna get no closure this way. Nope, that's not him. Nope. Let's see what do you have a picture? No. It could be anybody. Ain't no telling. Yeah, this ain't real therapy, man. This ain't it. This ain't it. I'm sorry. This is not gonna help you like you think it is. And all we're doing is just laughing at you. Honestly, we're laughing at this woman, y'all. We're like, we're like, you didn't see none of this, no signs, no red flags. Like, bitch, what were you doing? You know what I'm saying? So were you always the closeted beard for this man? How long were you guys married? How'd y'all meet? You know, what was y'all sex life like? Did you guys talk about sex? How, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just, we're looking at her like, bitch, you crazy, or you didn't see none of this. He's dead. This man was 71 getting it in, just not with you. I can't, y'all. Come on.
Panties and Bourbon, where I was reading my cheating deceased ex-husband's emails. Notice I said was, but I'm not doing that anymore because people not being happy with just sitting here with me while I was snooping through his emails decided they needed to know what he looked like and stalked the socials and put pictures of my family out there. And
you invited it. I ain't saying it's right, but you invited the challenge, right? What did Vision tell the Avengers? Hey, you know, power invites challenge. So here you are reading your dead husband's emails about how he was cheating on you and how he had a whole other sexual proclivity that you claim you weren't aware about. This ain't gonna look bad on him. It's gonna look bad on you. We looking at you crazy. So now the internet done gave her the business. Interesting.
I have had some very unhappy with me messages about that, and that's totally fair because I honestly thought if I didn't mention his last name and my Facebook was private, his Facebook was private, I didn't realize how much internet sleuths be internet sleuthing, but it got weird and it's messed up, and so I've stopped doing that. So if that's why you're here, bye-bye. Now that we're done with that, everybody that wants to know where he is, and I've seen, there's a lot of funny comments about where is David, let's go dig him up, let's talk to him. One, we are not going to Ouija board a damn thing, because here's one thing I can tell you about Ouija boards, and I've told this to people before. Just because you call up a spirit does not mean that spirit is smart. Okay? You don't know. You don't know what you called at the top. He's got his cremation tag, his bling, and the reason that it says weird hill to die on, but at least you're dead, is because when I confronted him in the hospital, and first he like said I was just jumping at shadows, and then he was really mean to me and like cussed me out and told me to get that out of his room, and I left. Then he was supposed to check himself out. Well, I was supposed to come get him the next day, but he checked himself out early and went and hid over at some friends. And then he spent like the next 9 days there. And then he got too much for them to take care of. They put him back in the hospital on Saturday. Didn't tell me. He'd moved his medical power of attorney to them. Wow. And he had a stroke on Wednesday. And that's when they let me know that he was back in the hospital. And, you know, to come there, and then I took it over from there because I always knew, it was really just like, you know how, like, in the South, like, we don't hide our crazy people. We put them out in the living room and we show them off. Thank you, Julia Sugarbaker. But the thing is that they were just showing him off, and it was like, they took him in, they drugged me all over Forest Acres, they showed him off, called all these people to come in and see him. And was like, look what wonderful people we are. We're taking care of him, and she's not taking care of him. And quack, 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 quack. The fuck ever. People. Get on my damn nerves. Anyway, I'm going to try and get myself in a better mood because I started off this day in a beautiful mood. I was sitting there hard and fast. Don't you come in here, you're annoying me at stories of Key West. So I'm just going to tell stories about...
Okay. This man didn't like you. He didn't like you.
Hello, and welcome to Blue Panties
He
and
didn't
Bourbon,
like- he no longer
where I
liked you.
was reading my cheating deceased ex-husband's, just dead. He's just dead. It's not my ex-husband. Anyway, I was reading his emails, but I had to stop doing it because people got weird and started stalking the socials, posted a picture of my grandson, so I'm not going to be reading them for a while, possibly ever. I haven't decided yet. I'm probably the only idiot on the internet that is actually actively trying to drive my viewership down so that I can get all the... Good morning, and welcome to Blue Panties and Bourbon, where I was reading...
What just happened? What just happened?
I can authenticate the fact that they were of the melanin blessed community.
Okay, so he liked black men, so he was like an Ed Buck. Okay, so I know that extra hurt. I know that gotta hurt, sting a little bit more. That he liked being tossed around by BBC. Somebody said BBC in the probably Blanco.
And he was rather excited to be part of that. So, I don't read those emails. So I don't really want to hear a whole bunch of racism in my comments. Okay? We're not going to do that. We're going to play nice and be kind to one another. But here's the thing. I did say I was going to bore people off my page. I'm about to bore you. And I'm going to give you my personal opinions about some things. So, to stand on thin ice and juggle bricks.
Wow.
Good morning, and welcome to Blue Pan.
Now, I'm not condoning what old boy did, but you kind of see why he didn't want to come home after this man was in the hospital. Okay, I'm sure he was an honorary SOB, but he's 71. Most men in their 70s are honorary. And he's sickly too.
He's in Bourbon, where I was reading my cheating deceased husband's emails. But I stopped doing that for now and maybe forever because some people got weird. And so now I'm trying to bore the internet into not paying attention to me. So
Then why bring your ass to the internet?
hello, and welcome to Blue Panties and Bourbon, where I was reading my cheating deceased husband's emails because I can't afford therapy. But I'm taking a break from reading them for a while, possibly for forever, because apparently reading something like that, I guess just the level of salaciousness was enough to ring a dinner bell for a whole lot of bottom feeders that decided to swim up and chew on the bloated corpse of my relationship. So I'm not going to do that anymore, especially since some people decided to bring my family into it. And BTW, fuck you. But I have seen a bunch of stuff, and a lot of times in those things, there's a lot of snickering in the comments about the fact that I wanted to be a swinger and was just mad because David got to do it and I didn't, and then I found out and I was mad. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that. We're going to sit here and talk about that. So everybody that thought...
This woman's insufferable.
And welcome to Blue Panties and Bourbon. Decided that it wasn't good enough to just go be nosy and go see what he looked like. I mean, I never mentioned his last name, and his name isn't... His last name and my last name are not the same, and I stupidly didn't really figure that somebody would go so far as to track me down to track him down. But you, in a series where I think in every single video I am talking about how hurtful it is to have someone use photos without consent, that somebody went to his, I guess, Facebook page and took a photo and then put it out on the internet on a page attached to where I'm talking about some of the most fucked up things imaginable. You attached a child's face to that. So I had to take a couple days to really calm down. And I think in a way, we're going to use that as a teachable moment. Our grandkids, we want to show them off. But then things like this can happen. And there's been so many people in my comments that have said the same thing has happened to them. And if they spoke up and then you...
Okay, I'm over it. What'd you expect was going... Come on, man. People can't be this fucking dense, man. You can't be this fucking dense. You cannot be this dense. You cannot be this dense. What did you expect was going to happen, ma'am? What did you expect was going to happen? Now you mad because the internet does what the internet does. It gets the interneting. Computers putin'. Anywho, man, let me go ahead and get my ass up out of here so I can go ahead and watch this tonight's episode of Power or Raising Canaan. So, yeah, I've been on for 3 hours. Just hit 3 hours. Okay, cool. I only got down to 100 clips. I got it down to 100. Delete that one. What is this? Okay, 98. I'm down to 98, y'all. 98. I don't care about the Trump IRS. Got that. So tomorrow we may just do the Adolf Hitler was a blackamoor. Let's probably just do that. Yeah, let's do that. Adolf Hitler was a blackamoor. Okay, yeah. So yeah, let's do that. Hey man, like I don't feel bad for people like that. He 71. He probably doesn't even know what prep was. I don't know. Ain't no telling. He might have been. So I don't even want to know the woman's backstory at this point. But I thank y'all for coming through. Definitely will do the Argentina Spain watch party. We'll do that. And then, like I said, I'm gonna go watch this episode of Raising Canaan. Sunday will be my official review of the Odyssey. So we'll see. But once again, thank y'all for coming through. Yeah. I'm okay. You know what, ma'am? Go time out in the corner. I'm out of here. Y'all get out of here. Have a good night.